everyone, Shoni from Shoni Gaming here. Today we are once again flying over England. Hello Emeka, hello Maud, good to see you guys, good to see you. I hope you are all doing well. I hope you are having fun, that's the most important part. And yeah, today we are flying once again over England. We are flying along the southern coast, but Jamal, good day my friend. Today we are actually flying over London. Yes, I downloaded the downloaded the Orbix scenery pack, so there should be a few nice sceneries there. I also installed a few extra things like Buckingham Palace, for instance, the London Eye. So it should all show up. I made a few tweaks here and there. From there we are headed on towards Dover, the White Cliffs of Dover. Yes, we will see them. Unfortunately, no Isle of Wight. I'm sorry, Maud. I am sorry, but yeah, it's today we are flying from Dover eventually onwards towards Ostend in Belgium, where we will be landing. So we will be leaving England today. Yes, we will. So it's good to see how we're doing. And what have we done so far, guys? Let's have a look, shall we? So far, we've done actually quite a lot. As you guys can see right there at the top, 13,000, nearly 14,000 nautical miles, guys. 14,000 nautical miles. That's quite a distance. We took up from the Netherlands. Ostend. It's no, it isn't. It's Ostend actually. It's on the Belgian coast. So that's where we will be landing. Yeah. I am not flying for. Oh, I forgot to change that, didn't I? Yes, I forgot to change that. Ah, thank you for reminding me. Let me change that first. Yes, let me change that first. I screwed up. Pro streamer right here. Pro stream. Yeah, indeed. Noob. Oh, good God. Stream info. No. Okay, today we fly from, no, not from Exeter to Bristol. We fly from Exeter to Ostend via London. Yes, 44th trip. All right, and also that we're flying from Exeter. Good Lord, yeah. I did do Sky Vector. Hey Yuri, good to see you, man. Exeter to Ostend via London is the place for me. 44th trip. And we are doing this with family-friendly tag. We are doing this with a Let's Play tag. Oh God, I need to do the tags as well. Good Lord, I'm such a noob. Multiplayer indeed. Well, I'll take it. No, that's good enough for me. There we go. It's updated. Dun dun dun. Finally, we did it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So. What did we do so far? Hey, good morning, Court. Good to see you, man. What did we do so far? We already did a large part of Europe, as you guys can see. I mean, basically the entire western or eastern part and the northern part of Europe we have now done. Today we are going to fly along the southern coast of England, then veering off towards London, heading back down towards Dover, and then flying onwards towards Ostend, right there. That's where we will be landing. So that's the part that we will be doing today. Hey, Metal Chi, good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, that's what we're doing today. Actually, the weather is kind of okay. It's not that bad, I think. But we'll wait. We'll have to wait and see what the weather is like. There is a lot of clouds once again. But yesterday, we also thought we had a lot of clouds. And we actually had really nice weather. So, yeah, you know, potato. So, yeah, we're going to just have to wait and see. The cloud base is rather low at the moment, that is true, although once we near London it should clear up kinda, but we'll just have to wait and see, guys. If should the weather prevent us from seeing anything, of course I will switch. Rain, not that much, no rain, no thunder, no nothing, so yeah, basically we're good to go, I'm thinking. So yeah, let's get this show on the road. What are we doing right here? As you guys once again can see, live weather, live traffic, all players. We are heading over towards the world map. That's the route we are flying right now. And We will be flying all, as you guys can see, we will be taking in a few castles and things like that. So Lulworth Castle, for instance. We got Southampton right there with Portchester Castle right there. Then we're flying on to the Brighton Beach. Of course, Brighton Beach, we will be taking in Guildford Castle, onwards towards Heathrow. Then all along the Thames. Basically, we will be flying along the Thames. Hey, Zin Phoenix, good to see you, man. Into Blighty. Well, actually, out of Blighty. Actually, out of Blighty. We mostly already did Blighty. And by the way, Zin Phoenix, thank you once again for the sub, man. I truly appreciate that. It does help the channel a lot. It does. So yeah, then we will be flying basically along the along the Thames right there, onwards toward London, over London City Airport. So it's going to be really busy, guys. Take that in account. It is going to be really busy. Then we are flying onwards, basically here towards the Cliffs of Dover. I installed a mod that should show us the Cliffs of Dover in all its glory. Flying onwards towards Kingsgate Castle right there, and then heading over the water towards Ostend, where we will be landing right there. Now the flight in all will be 2.5 hours, so it seems rather short, but because we are flying over London, we will be having a lot of circles and a lot of things to see. So basically I shortened the flight, but made sure we could see more of the scenery. Let's hope that that works out. So yeah. You should have done it after the UK update. Yeah, basically, yeah, I should have. But I had no clue actually that the UK update was coming. So, and even worse, if I would have gone to Iceland, I probably could have picked up most of the UK update. But due to the weather, I couldn't fly to Iceland. Really annoying. By the way, coffee, guys. Yeah, Canada would be awesome. But there are a few things to come yet. So I have no clue. Actually, I have no idea what the next one is going to be. We'll just have to wait and see, guys. So yeah, I'm thinking we're good to go. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's get the show on the road. Let's see first off what the actual weather is. If the weather is okay, I'm thinking we're good. Let's do fly now. So that should update right there in the top. And why is that not working? That is not working. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Oh, okay. Cancel. Go. So that's that. And that's over there. That's that. And close. Close. So yeah, we should be good to go. Let me know if you're good to go. All right. So we actually have a window. Yeah, we have the map. That's running. We have bright sunny, but cold over London. Yeah, it is kind of cold, isn't it? Yesterday we had freezing temperatures, but flying along the southwestern coast of England, well, it was really nice weather, and apparently it's so now nice weather again. So here we are at Exeter Airport. Ready to fly? Are you ready to fly? It looks kind of nice, actually. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Nice weather. Yeah, roundabout. Exactly. Now nice weather. Lies, I tell you. Lies. Say it ain't so, but it is. Who knew? It's cool, but nice. Hey, Jan. Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Okay, so let's set this to let's set it to 1,500 feet, just in case. That's kind of good. Then we are doing the PFD, the wind settings, option 3, as always, because we want to know the full information. 3 knots, that's really low. That's really low. Okay, then we do the bearing. There we go. 45 nautical miles for the first run. And then we are doing the zoom out. Nope, zoom out, zoom out, zoom, 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 zoom. There we go. Bit of heat just in case, because it could be kind of cold today. So yeah, it happens from time to time. I say lies, Sim Phoenix. Lies. It cannot be true. It cannot be true. All right. No, actually, it's looking quite well, actually. So yeah. All right. I think we are ready, guys. Yep. All right, let's get this puppy in the air, guys. Let's get this puppy in the air. Find some tutorial on GPS system. Basically, the most thing I can recommend is try YouTube and try looking for the G1000s. Start out with the G1000, by the way. It is actually not that hard. It is not that hard. I'll show you a few tricks. And if you have any questions, I can answer. I will, of course. No problem. So, but first off, let's get this puppy in the air. Let's get this puppy in the air. Let's get this up to 45 to 50 to... no problem, man. No problem, roundabout. 50 to 60 knots. That should be good. Yep. 45. 50. Yes. And off we go. Off we go. Yay! We are once again in the air. We are now flying towards London. Yes, follow me! Follow me! Yeah, in the next update, the GPS will get a really big update, especially the G1000. For those that do not know, this is the G1000 that you are now looking at. The one in right there. That's the G1000. Yeah, G1. They're all getting updates, yeah. They will be expanded on, so they will get much more functionality. That's for sure. So they will be much more realistic. Capability, no, not appearance. It actually looks like that. But mostly capability. And we have Yuri up in the air. Yuri right there up in the air. Yes, we do. He is with us once again. The inverter is back, guys. I know it's mostly capability roundabout. Yeah, it is mostly capability. And that's a good thing because basically much deeper. Yeah, exactly. Asobo never really did have the intention of... it is very basic, yeah. Asobo never really did have the intention of actually expanding upon the G1000 and letting it over to third-party developers, but they basically decided we're going to do it ourselves. So yeah, it is basically they are expanding upon the current functionality of the G1000, 3000 and 5000. There are a few mods out there, so if you are using the mods, make sure you uninstall them before you do update, because they could muck about with each other. It could cause problems. Damn, guys, look at the weather. This is awesome. Look at that. Oh, by the way, guys, funny thing, as you may notice now, and there he is again. Yes, the inverter is back. Well, there's a good chance it will. Let's face it, there is a good chance it will. But that's the thing with updates. You know, you fix one thing, you break another thing, and let's hope that accumulating fixes will eventually give us the great sim that it already is, and expand upon that, because that's very important. But yeah, it's the inverter. Yeah, trust me. Yuri is, for those that do not know Yuri, by the way, Jaber! Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welcome. And by the way, guys, for those that I haven't spoken to yet yesterday, I wish you all a very happy new year. That's very important, yeah. The inverter is here. Yes, he is. The inverter is right there. So yeah, he is back. Yuri is back. So they're all here, guys. The gang is here. The gang is here. Excellent. Yeah, you know, but yeah, the thing is, it is still always an ever-expanding simulation. We do have to keep that into account, guys. So they're still working on it. Asobo made quite clear that they Ex-Nilo Mundus, Happy New Year, my friend. And welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy what you're seeing. And what you are seeing, guys, by the way, is fly anywhere, see everything. We are doing a world trip. Yes, we are. But not the standard world trip. First of all, we are flying it in this rust bucket. And we are flying all over the world. We are flying everywhere. Every single country. So, yes. I hear you. Sorry, the ATC is once again pushing itself into my channel. Shame on thee. But yeah, it is. We are flying everywhere. We are seeing everything. I am not kidding. This is a 440,000 kilometer flight. So yeah, it is. You're DCS guy. Oh, excellent. Yeah. Oh, really? Military aviation? Oh, good. But yeah, you know, the thing is, around about, it is because of the realism. I'll show you. Yesterday, I had a little bit, or at least the last few days, I had a little bit of problems because the scenery wasn't loading that correctly. It was like more blotchy and it wasn't loading. So I noticed that somehow it turned off my Bing Maps updates and it didn't stream correctly. I turned it on again, but look at that freaking detail. There is nothing. Hey, Slovian spotter, good to see you, man. Good to see you. There's nothing. There's no program out there that will give you this outside of the box. You know, it is outside of the box. It is bizarre. Yeah, it does look photorealistic in stream. It does. It is absurd. I mean, and this is out of the box. It doesn't cost a thing. So yeah, I am doing great, Slovian spotter. I hope you're having a wonderful day, a wonderful afternoon, yo. So yeah, it's yeah, ooh, yeah, excellent. It is. Especially, I hear a lot of good things about the VR update. It is immensely immersive. Good to hear you, my friend. Good to hear, Slovian. But yeah, Slovenian. Sorry, I said Slovian. Slovenian spotter. Yeah, well, you know me. I botch up everything. Pro streamer right here. Anyway, but yeah, it is an incredible. VR is truly immersive. So it is bizarre how this is going and where this is heading. I mean, the fact that it looks so incredibly realistic, the fact that we already have out of the box so many wonderful things to play with, it is incredible, and it can only get better, guys. Do not forget, this was launched in August of last year, so it's only out for like 4 months. It should be amazing. What will it look like in 5 years time, in 8 years time? By the time this sim is on the same level of maturity as, for instance, X-Plane 11 is now, or Prepared, or DCS even. So yeah, although DCS is more, of course, a really actual, if I'm not mistaken, an actual more realistic combat simulator, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but I've seen really cool things, people doing really cool things. I believe. By the way, coffee, very caffeine. Anyway, I've seen, for instance, the Slovenia. Good lord, we first have to go over a large part of Europe, so I think it will be in about a month time, something like that. Yeah, it will be. It's still quite a while off, because once we hit Slovenia, we are also heading towards Greece. Then we're onwards towards. Am I saying this correctly? I think I am. Let me have a look, guys. Let me have a look. Good lord, it is. The thing is, my flight plan is so huge that I keep forgetting where we're going, basically. Well, yeah. We will be hitting Slovenia after Austria, so it's basically, it comes down to what we're doing tomorrow is probably Belgium and Luxembourg, and then a little bit of France. Then we are flying along a large part of France next week, and probably the week after that, heading on towards Spain, Portugal, then onwards towards Gibraltar, back towards Spain, of course, towards the islands of Palma, back to Spain, onwards towards France again, and yeah, I'm not sure actually. Maybe it kind of depends if we actually have to land in Slovenia, if it's an endpoint, or that we just fly over all its beauty and see it from the sky. However, Slovenian spotter, if you have things you specifically want to see, go to our Discord channel, and you can add points of interest there. So yeah, thank you very much for the follow there, Tupolev. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. So it's, you know, it's if you guys want to see something specific on my flight plan, that's no problem. You can basically suggest points of interest that are still on my flight to come, and I will add them to my flight. Unfortunately, yesterday it's Server. Okay, well, if you add that to the flight planning channel. Make sure you add that to the flight planning channel. I will make sure that we will fly over there. No problem. I've done so for many other of you guys. So yeah, of course. And I want to see it with you, you know. I want to hear from your guys, if you are living there, how realistic is it? How close does it get to reality? And I'm pretty sure I know the answer. But still, you know, it's yeah. I'm pretty sure I know the answer. I'm pretty sure it like looks great. I mean, let's face it. That's the first thing you do when you actually start flying in this flight simulator. When you start flying in this simulator, what's the first thing you do? You fly over your house. That's the first thing you do. That's what we all did. That's what I did, at least. So yeah, it's sure, maybe, yeah. Just add them to the Discord channel, because from the Discord channel, flight planning channel, I will take all those suggestions and I will add them to my flight plan. And well, you've seen my flight plan, which reminds me, I still need to update Sky Vector. It's still not working. Dang it. But yeah, we'll have to fix that. But as I said, guys, it's so we'll have to do it like that. Do I have my browser? Yeah, I do. There we go. So basically, flight plan, we have that. And let's load up the big one, shall we? There we go. That's not the big one. Flight plan. Open. That was the Netherlands, I'm thinking. Go for it. No plan. There we go. Now it's loading. There we go. So, as you guys can see, what we are doing today is we are headed towards London. So we're doing basically this part right there. Well, kind of hard to see, but yeah, there. And once we've done all this, we are headed towards Slovenia. So yeah, we are actually headed towards Slovenia, as you can see. And then, for those that are new, by the way, welcome to our madness. Welcome to our incredible, bizarre, strange, stupid, and horribly funny plan. That's what we're doing. We are flying everywhere. Yep, we are flying everywhere. That's what we're doing, guys. Right there. Right there. So we are flying all over the world. 440,000 kilometers. As I said, at least 22,000 plus hours at the moment. But we are still expanding on that. So yeah, it is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And by the way, guys, if you want to fly along, you can. I used to have only flying on Fridays with me. Free Flight Friday, that was called. But now we have Free Flight forever. You can always join me. Once again, go to the Discord channel. Hey, Jeff. I see Jeff in the distance right there. Who else do we have here with us? We have, of course, the inverter. Jaybird. He's here. He's here. Yes, he's definitely here flying along with us. And so, yeah, the group is growing once again, guys. If you want to fly along with me. And it doesn't matter, by the way, in what plane you want to fly. Posted some pics in your livery section. Excellent. We're going to have a look at that. But yeah, if you guys want to fly along with me, it doesn't really matter which plane you want to use. If you want to fly along in a 747, please do so. If you want to fly along in a Citation, have a blast. I mean, I don't care. I don't mind. The only thing I can tell you guys is that's my speed. 120 max. So yeah, it's going to be yeah, it's going to take a while. It's going to be a bit of a bother when you want to keep up with, especially with the large planes. But I've seen people do it actually. 747s and A320s flying along with me. And for those that do that, I salute thee. Good Lord. So at the moment, where are we flying to? We are now heading towards. Let me have a look. Actually, we are flying towards along. This is apparently called the Jurassic Coast. Anyway, Jurassic Coast. We are then flying onto Lulworth Castle and St. Mary's Chapel. That's the first stop that we are headed towards. Flying along the lovely British coast. By the way, how's the weather? It is 0 degrees Celsius. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I already noticed you. You're up in the air. There he is. There's our Jeff right there. We have, of course, Yuri once again flying along with us. It's been a while, my friend. It's good to see you upside down. It's good to see you upside down. Jaybird right there. So yeah, it is going great, guys. It is going great. We are actually having a lot of fun. So yeah, yeah, it's. You saw, yeah, I saw you pretty quickly. Yeah, you are very sneaky, sir. Very sneaky. But yeah, I noticed you. I see all. I see all. Also nice to be inverted again. Yeah, exactly. You bunch of idiots. Which is exactly right for this channel. Let's face it, we're all idiots here. So yeah, idiots. Somehow they gravitate towards each other. It's really funny. Yeah, don't know how it works. Don't know how that works. Let's create a bunch of idiots, shall we? So yeah. We're building on the left, straight in the middle of a farm. Left. I don't see anything out of order, actually. No. Oh, by the way, Jeff, I solved my problem. Yeah. Apparently, Hey, I'm Tasty. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year, my friend. Happy New Year. Yeah. Apparently, I had my in the settings. It somehow it turned off my Bing Maps data. I had no idea why, but yeah, it is. I turned that on, and hey, presto! We once again have the lovely countryside. So basically, we were missing out on a few details the last 2 or 3 flights, and I have no idea why that turned off. So yeah, it is really strange. But hey, I fixed it. I fixed the problem. So no mistakes were made this time, yet. Yet. But let's face it. We're still early. It's still early. We're just basically a half hour into our flight. So yeah, it's yeah, it's no. The flight plan of the UK is it's basically what went wrong was my streaming option from Bing Maps. It just didn't give me the. Info. As for the flight plan today, we are headed over London. I did install a few simple sceneries here and there because I already bought the Orbix sceneries. So I bought that when it was on sale, being a true Dutchman as I am. Yes, we are seeing Brighton, my dear. Yes, we are flying over Brighton as well. Yes, we are. And Brighton Beach, indeed. There should be a few landmarks right there. We are also, of course, flying the length of the Thames, and I installed a mod where the Thames should be exactly right. So at the moment, the water height isn't working quite correctly. If you do not have that mod installed, it's like a few 20 MBs or something like that. It's really small. So that the water level should be correct. The landmark should be showing up. Also, I included Buckingham Palace as a landmark. I included the London Eye as a landmark, and I installed the White Cliffs of Dover as a landmark. So yeah, we should be all seeing those. It's no, it's not actually that long a flight. Funny enough, it's like 2.5 hours. It's not that long. Although, what I did, because it was 2.5 hours, Jamel is in the air as well, because I made it kind of shorter because I want to circle around London here and there, so we can see all the landmarks in all its glory. Oh, and I also, by the way, installed Wembley Stadium. Yes, I did. So we should be seeing that as well. But yeah, because we are seeing actually quite a few landmarks today, I made the flight basically shorter, but because we are flying all around, there he is, doing his, giving me the bird a very Top Gun-like. Oh. What you doing? So yeah. So it's not that much of a long flight, actually. It's only 2.5 hours, but we're taking in quite a lot, guys. It is taking in quite a lot of landmarks today. So it should be a really good stream. Really good stream. I'm hoping. I mean, hey, you still have me around, you know. Potato, potato. Coffee, very nice. So yeah, it's all looking very very good actually. We have really nice weather. The weather is actually really great. We have tailwind, 7 knot tailwind at 2,000 feet. I mean, come on, what's going on? It's really strange. These are the moments that I start wondering, am I experiencing the weather bug again? But no, the weather bug, we should have clear sky. So it's actually looking like this. The last 2 flights of England are actually quite a gift. Now look at that, guys. Look at that. Hello from Egypt, actually. Well, Mohilali. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Mohilali, welcome, welcome, welcome to our channel, man. Hope you're having a wonderful time here. For what it's worth, Happy New Year. It's still, in my case, I don't care. I started streaming yesterday, so Happy New Year to all you guys. And I hope you're having a wonderful time. Today, as I said, we are flying along the southern coast of Great Britain. We are flying onwards towards London. It's the place for me. And we are going to see a lot of sights. First off, we are headed towards, what was I saying again? Let me have a look. There we go. We are flying towards Lulworth Castle and St. Mary's Chapel. So yeah. The Great Pyramid of California. Oh god, there was a glitch again. There was a glitch again. It's always funny to have that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping you all. Oh, thank you very much for that follow, man. Thank you very much. I mean, yeah. I'm. You know what it is? First of all, I'm enjoying this simulation immensely. I'm having so much fun. I mean, it is so cool to fly all around the world. As I stated, to me, it's more like a holiday kind of thing. You know, you're flying from one point to the other, and you have that traveling sensation, that holiday traveling feeling. Flying along with you guys is always a lot of fun. I mean, Jeff here, Judy there, Jaybird there. So yeah, it's yeah. Oh, they made a typo in the vector data. Yeah, there you go. So it's and there we are, guys. Lulworth Castle and St. Mary's Chapel. Let's slow down a little bit. So that's the first part. The second part actually is having fun with you guys. I mean, the interaction with you guys while flying, it has greatly enhanced my experience of this simulation. Let's face it, I would have done this flight anyway. With or without you, I would have done it. But with you, it's a lot more enjoyable. Trust me, it is a lot more enjoyable. Yeah. Oh yeah, well we already had a few glitches in Great Britain as well, so yeah, it was kind of weird, guys. It was kind of weird. Now we are trying to fly a little bit lower. I know, dear. I know, Flo. I know. I know. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Egypt, but it's going to take quite a while before we get there. So yeah, I am truly looking forward to it. Now I am, funnily enough, what I'm doing right now is throwing down my flaps, setting it to the second setting, so I can slow down quite a lot, and we can see Lulworth Castle and St. Mary's Chapel in all its glory. So yeah, let's see if we can make that look good, guys. Let's see if we can make it look good. And as I said, it is kind of busy because we are headed toward London. London will be really busy. Hey, Fertile, good to see you. Welcome to the channel, man. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon or morning or evening or wherever you are. So, yeah, and Happy New Year. Very important. Happy New Year. But I am looking forward to Egypt. But there are so many things I'm looking forward to. Amika! Amika is here, guys. Amika is here. Exactly. I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure if there is a landmark, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, it's it's going to drop over London. I'm afraid it will. Yeah, I am afraid it will, guys. So why did the oh, there is the castle, I'm thinking. Yeah. For those that have no clue why this castle is not showing up in your oh, there it is. Showing up in your simulation. This is a special pack a scenery pack I downloaded for castles in England. You can get that on FlightSim.2, by the way. I use FlightSim.2 quite a lot. And let's face it, it is one of the better resources for games. Look at that, guys. That doesn't look that good, but this actually looks kind of nice. Yeah, that looked good. That looks really cool, guys. Yeah, that actually looks like a castle, doesn't it? That actually looks like a castle right there. There you go. It looks like a castle. Yes, well done. That looks nice. Excellent, guys. Excellent. Well, let's pump up the volume again. Getting a little bit speed back. And let's fly onwards. Yeah, it is. It even without... Oh, really? Without custom content? Really? Nice. Okay. Well, to be honest, I think that things like this will probably get an update with the Castle Greystone. I have the power! Oh god, I'm getting that old, am I? Oh, good lord. I'm that old. Yeah, I'm that old. But, yeah, it's... and we are seeing a lot more castles today. So yeah, now we are flying towards Southampton, guys. Southampton is up next, so yeah. But a little less detail. Yeah, okay, so the thing is... power! Exactly. Power! Speed! You know, the wise man Clarkson once said, speed doesn't kill you, suddenly becoming stationary does. So, wise words. Wise words indeed. But look at this beautiful, beautiful landscape, guys. I think there's a good chance we are. There's a good chance we are roundabouts. If you know those kind of quotes, you're basically on the same level. You're basically on the same level. Oh, so, coffee right there. Lovely. But yeah, it's it looks great, guys. It looks great once again. And I was so annoyed that the scenery didn't look that right, and I couldn't figure out what was happening. Heading along with sorting through the settings, I finally noticed that the Bing Maps update wasn't working quite correctly. So yeah, that was quite an easy fix. Just checkbox and off we go. Once again, I am at full speed. Yeah, I'm looking so forward to it. Yeah, really, you do. You do. Awesome, Jeff. Well, once you're done, please post it on the Discord channel. I'll make sure to put it up in the and pin it because a lot of you guys are using Little Nav Map out there, and basically this helps you loading. For those that do not know, by the way, the incredible large flight plan that I just showed you in SkyVector, Jeff is converting that to Little Nav Map. So sir, I salute thee. It's I'm so glad you are doing this. Thank you very much. And there are a lot of people doing lots of stuff behind the scenes, guys. So yeah, it is going to be an interesting year. Trust me, it is going to be an interesting year. Not only are we going to make a large headway through Europe and onwards in Africa, but yeah, there are a lot of cool things to come, guys. Yeah, I'm hoping. I was talking to someone who could help us with that, but unfortunately it seems to have stopped. So we are. I am looking for someone who can actually make a few emoticons for me. So we're still looking into that. But yeah, it's right as of now. Yeah, I will draw one myself. No problem, my friend. You don't want that? No, I don't actually. No, I don't. So no, we are looking into how we are going to solve that. So yeah, it looks like she's way too busy, unfortunately, and rightfully so. I mean, she's busy with Cutie Squad and stuff like that. So it's yeah, it is. Unfortunately, she is really, really busy. But yeah, guys, it's we are looking into emotes, which are specifically to the channel, but it's coming this year. There are a lot of few new things coming this year. Southampton, right down there, guys. This is, if I'm not mistaken, Southampton. Am I mistaken? No, this is not Southampton. This is Warham. That's Warham, right there. No. Southampton is coming up. Sorry, guys. I was a bit too presumptuous. Yeah. That's what you get when you do not open your Navigraph chart. Ha! I tell thee. So, but yeah, it's we are looking into that. It's coming, and hopefully there are a few more things that are coming quite quickly. Like for instance, SimTalk. Hopefully that will work out as well. And of course, we will be continuing our flight around the world. Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time, so that's Paris basically, to about 5 p.m. European Standard Time. We are flying here. You guys can fly along if you want. Just hop on the Western European server and you can find me. At the moment, we have Jamel right there. We have Jeff. We have Jaybird. We have Amika. And we also have, of course, where is he? There is the inverter right there. The inverter, aka Yuri. So yeah, it's going great, guys. Actually, a lovely flight over Great Britain at the moment. Beautiful, beautiful weather. It's looking great. It's going good. Yeah, a lot of J's. Yeah, yeah, exactly. A lot of J's. And it's a beautiful, beautiful flight, man. Look at that. Just the way this simulation works, it constantly blows my mind. It constantly blows my mind. I mean, look at that. Look at that. I mean, how awesome does this look? Danish, maybe. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. So it's look at the detail, guys. Look at the detail that you're getting. And this has not been touched by human hands, guys. This is all the work of an AI, basically. This has not been filled in by humans. This has been filled in by AIs. So, good lord. No programmers were ever involved, or harmed for that matter. Or harmed. Programmers were probably fed pizza, if I'm not mistaken. The basic foods of a programmer. Pizza, lots of it. Usually you just shove it under the door and then a Skynet confirmed, yeah, actually. Well, Skynet was already confirmed, let's face it. How many times did the autopilot try to kill me? Quite a lot, actually. Quite a lot, yeah. So yeah, it's but it is looking great, guys. Look at that beautiful, beautiful scenery right there. Yeah, it is good you're back, Yuri. It is good to have you back, my friend. As is everyone that is flying along, by the way. And I'm really enjoying that. The larger the group, the more fun we have, guys. The larger the group, the more fun we have. And it's going to be looking great. Hey, what's that airport over there? Huh. Cool. No problem, Yuri. No problem. As I said, there is no obligation to join us whatsoever. But yeah, if you're here, of course, we are very, very, very happy to have you. Yeah, of course. So, yeah, it's... please expedite your climb. Yeah. Exactly. Thank God I'm not flying ILS. IFR. Nope. No. I am flying VFR at the moment. Flying VFR. Yes, I am. Good lord, yeah, indeed. Please expedite your climb to 3,800 feet. 38,000 feet. No. No. Oh, good lord, the ATC can be so annoying. But I think, actually, where did I hear that? They are also working on the new ATC options, so yeah. Explanation loop-de-loop. I am not doing a loop-de-loop, nor am I doing a barrel roll. No, I am not. I am not. Well, actually, I could do a barrel roll, but I'm not doing it because, yeah, basically we saw how that ended. Yeah, but... Oh, great to hear, Yuri. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. A simple aileron roll, yeah. Now, the thing is, roundabout, I actually did that actually 2 months ago, and it resulted in a crash. Given that I wasn't the kind of experienced pilot that I am now, but yeah, basically I tried to fly it upside down and smeared my plane all across the coastline of Estonia. So yeah, that went bad really, really quickly. Now, there is a funny thing about that, because if you, I'll show you. The funny thing is, if I crash, we have, yeah, exactly that, exactly that. Uh, should I crash due to my own accord, if I crash because of the game, that's no problem. You know, it is what it is. I just simply restart where I was, or from the last point where I that I crossed over. But yeah, uh, well, that's actually, I just did the one, but it was kind of spectacular. It was kind of spectacular. So yeah, but no, 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 no. Those are not the crashes. Those are all the airports. Actually, now they are actually points of interest, basically, where I'm flying. This is my flight plan, roundabout. This is my flight plan. We are flying 440,000 kilometers around the world. So yeah. But should I crash, on each continent I have a save point. If I crash due to my own accord, that means that I have to go back to. No problem there, Emika. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Thank you very much for. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, but I'm flying basically all over, so yeah. It's no problem. I will just add that to the Discord channel, flight planning. Just add the point of interest, and I will make sure that we will fly over it. No problem. The thing is, at the moment, I've only filled in up to here to England. I still have to do the rest of it. So yeah. So as I said, if I crash, I have one save point on a continent. You guys can choose that. Kind of depends on how big the continent is. For instance, Africa probably will have two. But yeah, you guys can choose my save point. If I crash due to my own accord, due to my own stupidity, let's face it, and that will happen again, I have to go back to my save point. In this case, it was right there. That's Innsbruck right there. And then I have to fly back to the start of my last flight plan. So it's kind of an incentive to make sure that I do not do something stupid. And I really don't want to do that again. So yeah, you know, it's what could go wrong? Yeah, that may not be such a good idea. But if you basically put down your town as your hometown as a point of interest, no problem, no problem. So yeah. So it's Orlando. Okay, well, we are flying over Orlando anyway, because, well, you know, it's Orlando. So yeah, you have to fly over it. Yeah. We were planning to do that anyway, let's face it. I mean, it's first of all, Kadilu, by the way, is Mrs. Shoni Gaming, and she basically killed me if I wouldn't fly over Orlando, because she's been there in real life. So yeah, I am flying over Orlando. So, hey, Tupolev, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I've been over Ireland. It was great, to be honest, but I have been to Ireland, yeah. We did Scotland, then we did Ireland, and now we are doing Great Britain. Today we are actually leaving England. We are today flying over London and heading for Dover, and then moving on towards Ostend, towards Belgium, basically, yeah. Oh, I can imagine that roundabout. I truly can imagine that. Yeah, I can imagine that. But yeah, guys, it is going to be basically. I am here for the next three and a half years, guys. I am flying all around, all over the world. We are flying everywhere. We are seeing everything, and we are doing it low and slow. So yeah, basically that gives us the chance to take in all this incredibly lovely scenery, guys. And it also, yeah, well, it gives you the feeling of traveling, seeing the world, you know. It is going to be interesting indeed. It is going to be interesting indeed, yeah. Yeah, I am also flying over the theme park area, of course, yeah. Well, if you have a few cool points of interest roundabout, please share them in the flight planning channel, and I will make sure to add them. Yeah, we have already had a lot of suggestions from people. I still have to do a lot of editing in Italy. There's a few nice flights there. We are doing one for Pupatolino. We are also, of course, Jan, our Indian friend, has given us a few suggestions, which we will be adding to our flight in India. So that's going to be really cool. We had a few suggestions for Africa. So it's yeah. So it's we are really, really, really flying everywhere. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. I'm actually visiting all the states in America as well. Basically, there's one state I cannot visit. That is Hawaii. Of course, it's like 2,800 nautical miles, and this thing only flies like 640. But what we are doing is once I reach LA, once I reach LA airport, I will be switching over to an A320. We will be doing the flight from LA, Los Angeles, to Honolulu, land in Honolulu, get back into the 172, fly all around the Hawaiian Islands, and then we are flying back with the A320 from Honolulu to LAX and continuing our flight. So it's basically a bonus flight. So, oh, by the way, guys, that is actually Southampton, yes. And as you can see, the port area is quite extensive, guys. Look at that. Look at that. How cool. Yeah, exactly. So it's, yeah. It's going to be really, really cool, guys. Look at that, guys. That is a gigantic, gigantic harbor area. Right there. Really cool. Incredibly big. Although it is kind of loading weirdly right there. Oh, interesting. Oh, no, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It's going right. Yeah. Yeah. Titanic did set sail there, yeah. Your hometown. Well, is there something you want to see, man? Is there something you want to see? We actually got an IKEA down there. Look at that. There's an actual IKEA down there. And I did not install anything for Southampton, guys. So, yeah. Oh, excellent. That's really cool that you've been all over the place. That's cool. That is cool. Look at that, guys. Soccer field right there. Soccer stadium. Or, as we do in the rest of the world, the football stadium, of course. Look at that, guys. Is there anything you might want to see, Slapnuts? Because we are here at the moment. Football, exactly. Yeah, I know. We're silly. We're such a silly bunch. But yeah, it's but it's this is Southampton, guys. Right here. Look at that. It's huge. Really, really nice big town right there. Stick to the coast. Isle of Wight on the right. Hey, maybe we could pick that up, actually. Maybe, Maud, you're in luck. We already flew over the Isle of Man. It is on the other side of England, so we already did that, Yuri, unfortunately. Yeah. And we did that on a really, really, really windy day. So, yeah, it's... Needles of the Edge is amazing. Where is that exactly? Yeah, sorry, man. Sorry, but we are basically heading... Then I'll visit it alone. No problem. Didn't say it made sense. Well, it's good to hear that actually soccer is gaining the needles. The needles. I am going to Google that. The needles. UK. There we go. Oh, that's on the edge of the Isle of Man. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, we're close enough. Let's see, Southampton. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let's see if we can divert to the Needles, shall we? Follow me, guy. I know where I'm going. Follow me. That's the most stupidest thing you ever heard in your life. Trust me. You really don't want to do that, but hey, follow me. I know where I'm going. So it's, yeah. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. The Isle of Wight. Yep. Let's see it, because that should be the Isle of Wight. And the needle should be over there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's close enough. We'll do that. We'll do that. Thank you for the suggestion, Slapnuts. Thank you very much. We are doing that. And off we go. Follow me. Or maybe even run away. For those that know Monty Python. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Are you into photography? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, it is a really good name. Slapnut Smith. Excellent, excellent. Sir, I salute thee. There we are. Flying low and slow, as requested. Satanic fart. That made me laugh out loud, actually. That actually made me laugh out loud. Oh, sometimes you see such brilliant names, it's like, oh, good lord. How did you ever figure that one out? And why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Alright, guys. We are now heading towards the Needles. I can imagine. I can imagine. Heading toward the Needles. I do need to see how my EG... Well, it's not that bad, actually. Pushing it a little bit further there. There we go. That should be better. Giving me a little bit more power. Not sure how it's going to look, but fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We are now heading towards the Needles on the Isle of Wight. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Isle of Wight was a suggestion also by Maud. If I'm not... yeah, Isle of Wight. So we are... Maud, we are actually... If you're still here, we are actually doing the Isle of Wight. The flybys, exactly. We got Yuri right there, by the way. Upside down, as always, the inverter. Jeff Cat right there, right down there. Jaybird in the distance right there. And Annika no longer with us, but we do have Jamel right there. If you guys want to fly along, Tracy, that's Yuri right there. This is Yuri, right over there. So yeah, it's yeah, it is good to have you guys along with me. If you want to fly along with me, of course you can. I am on the yeah. Not just a hat rack, my friend. Not just a hat rack. Well, basically, yeah, it is. But let's face it. This helps. Coffee. I love it. Anyway. Guys. I have something horrible to announce. It is once again empty. Anyway. My lovely caffeine. Oh, thou shalt be missed. I know. The horror. The horror. There we go, guys. The Isle of Wight. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Slapnuts, but I am now heading towards the Needles. Yeah, that should be the Needles, shouldn't it? A landmark attraction. So that should be over there somewhere. Yeah, that's it, because I see, yeah, okay, I got it. That's the bay right there, so that's, yeah. And as I said, we did calculate for an extra bit of viewing around the area, so a few minutes flying along off, it's not that bad. It's that's no problem. Once again, we see the incredible inverter doing its upside down thing, flying along with all the other pilots in the sky. We are pretty sure that it is a kind of mating dance. It's flaunting its feathers and showing off, trying to mate while in the air. So it's that. And Jaybird is quickly complying. Hello, I can show. Jetcat is complying, flying all upside down, flying everywhere, guys. It's, yeah. You don't want to see that. No, I don't. So it's, well, who knows? Maybe, because everyone is flying upside down, I'm doing it wrong? I have no idea anymore. I don't know. I just don't know. Actually, I just noticed on this little island there should be a castle as well. But I'm pretty sure it's an office block. So yeah, it's... maybe, Matt, maybe. But this should be the needles, right? It should be right there. So if we're flying, what I'm doing is I'm going to take a left turn over the needles. Firstly, flying off over Hurst Castle right there. I'm not sure if it's a castle, although funnily enough, no, I don't. I'm actually becoming quite good, Flo. I am becoming quite good, and I nearly killed myself. So yeah, it's more like a fortification, isn't it? Yeah, it does still look like an office block, but it's more like a fortification kind of thing. That is actually really cool. Huh, interesting. Alright, guys. No. Needles coming up. Needles coming up. There we go. Now look at those views, guys. That's... Why is it... There we go. That's better. Yes. Yes. Brilliant. There we go. That looks a lot better. Alright. So the needle should be over there. And then we are flying along the length of the Isle of Wight. And this is the nice thing, you know, it is the fact that you can just basically fly everywhere, see everything. It is so cool. I mean, Slapnuts, I had no idea that we would be flying here today. Your suggestion made it happen, and actually it was Maud's suggestion as well, but I didn't, I forgot to actually put it in. So yeah, it's, but the fact that you just simply divert your course, fly there, and it's there. It's actually there, you know, it is all there. Here it is, in all its glory. It may not be perfect, but it's there. And you can make it even better yourself if you add in some custom details or stuff like that. So yeah, it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is a lighthouse or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But this is the Needles. This is the Needles. We are now flying basically over the Needles. So, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty damn nice, let's face it. So it's, yeah, it's things like that. No problem, man, no problem. You know, that's the whole thing about this community. That's the whole thing about this flight. Going everywhere, seeing everything. If it's on my flight path, for instance, when we flew over Denmark, and Dahlia wanted to see Legoland, so it was not on my trip, basically, on my flight plan. We just divert and we fly there, try to find it, and we did find Legoland. So that was, yeah, you know, no problem. I'm glad to be of assistance. Glad to be of assistance, you know. So it's yeah. Let's see if we find, yeah, basically what we are now doing, because I have to look up my original flight plan. Where are we headed? We can do the length, then head over towards Portsmouth, And I think, yeah, that should be good. Yeah, then we should be on track again. Yeah. Well, just about. Silly girl. You know I'd nearly do anything for you. But now, yeah, basically you kind of have. Well, there you go. I'm glad I'm glad I could help you out, my friend. I'm glad I could help you out. Yeah. I'm glad I could help you out. I mean, especially for you, Slapnut. There you go. That's it. So, yeah. I mean, at these times, and that's the funny thing, actually, but you're mentioning, because of COVID, yeah, exactly. I do hope you can visit her soon again. With a bit of luck with the vaccinations, guys. With a bit of luck, it's, yeah, let's hope that works out. So, but what I was trying to say is the fact that due to COVID, I mean, traveling is basically came to a standstill. And rightfully so, by the way, but that means that simulations like this just give it now an extra edge, an extra dimension. You know, it's like, yeah, you still get the feeling you're at least going somewhere. You can see things, so it's yeah, even from your home, sitting in an armchair. I mean, it's armchair traveling basically, but still, you know, we are trying to see it all. Let's see if we can head off to Portsmouth right there in the distance, and then back towards our original flight plan, by the way. So, let's see, Southend, because we are now headed towards... well, good catch there. Good catch there. The Spinnaker, you say? Spinnaker Tower. Thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Oh, okay. Oh, that's in the middle of Portsmouth. Oh, well, it's on the edge. Yeah, basically on... Oh, yeah, found it. There we go. And away we go. Now, that in the distance there should be... Ryde, if I'm not mistaken? Or is this Ryde? Let's have a look. I need to situate myself a little bit. Where are we right now? So we are now flying over. That should be Newport, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's Newport right there. So Ryde should be there in the distance. And if we then cross over, we should be good. And why am I at 3,500 feet? I am doing great. We are flying, by the way, hi John, good to see you. We are at the moment flying over the Isle of Wight. By suggestion of Slapnuts, and we are heading towards. Yeah, we have the inverter with us. I think it's trying to mate with me, but I'm not sure. And thank you very much for that subscription right there, Slapnuts. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that. It helps out the channel immensely. Thank you very much. So yeah, it's no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. That was, of course, the ever inverted Yuri right there. We have Jaybird still up in the air, and we have Jamel right there. So yeah, it is a nice bunch of people flying out here, guys. It is I'm having fun. I'm having fun. This is great. Yeah. But yeah, this is Newport. Then we are now heading towards Ryde, and Ryde should be over there. And if we then cross right there in the distance, so that should be Ryde, and there should be Portsmouth, right there. So that's where we are headed right now. That's where we're headed right now. And then we are moving on towards, let me have a look. It is Portchester Castle. That's the next one up. So yeah, fast toilet break. Give me a shout when you are heading towards the landing. When you're doing setting in the landing. We will see you land in the middle of a field. Now, where are you, Jeff? Or have you already landed? Oh no, Jeff is right there in the distance. Yeah, Jeff is right there in the distance. Alright guys, by the way, there should be another castle I've just noticed, Osborne. I think that's a castle area too, but the thing is, most castles are basically depicted as office blocks. It really is such a shame. Although, funnily enough, some in Scotland were actually kind of castle-like. So it was, yeah, that kind of surprised me. Sometimes it actually does kind of look like a castle. And let's face it, I mean, in Europe and especially England, there are a lot of castles, guys. A lot of castles, yeah. But this is right, so if we now head towards right there, there should be the Spinnaker Monument in Portsmouth. And once we hit Portsmouth, then we can move on towards our next destination, and that is Portchester Castle. That should be somewhere over there in the distance. From there we are moving on towards Brighton and Brighton Beach. Then we are flying towards Guildford Castle, heading over towards Heathrow actually. Flying from Heathrow along the length of the Thames, seeing as much of London as we can see. And then we are moving over towards the Cliffs of Dover, the White Cliffs of Dover, heading towards finally the Kingsgate Castle, and ending in our flight in Ostend, Belgium. Tomorrow we will be flying Belgium, probably a part of Luxembourg, and even with a bit of luck we will be flying over, landing in France. So yeah, doing 3 countries with a bit of luck. So that's ticking off quite a few boxes. And the Friday flight is always nice. So yeah, it's... Why are you wiggling your tail? Are you trying to tell me something, Yuri? Are you? Wiggling all the way right down there. Jeff is still behind me. Hasn't taken his bio break just yet. Jaybird also in the air. Jamel should be somewhere. I saw Jamel earlier on. There's Jamel right there. Yep, he is. And as I said, guys, you can join me. Just go to the Discord channel if you want the flight plan for today. You can download it from, well, basically the flight plan. And onto that, you can just join me on the West European server. I am at the moment flying over Portsmouth, so no problem. Thank you very much, Indalia. You're great as always. As always! Yes! So here we are, Portsmouth, coming up to Spinnaker Tower. Should be somewhere over there. What did just show up? Oh, Portchester Castle. Oh, there it is. Huh. Well, that was actually kind of my intention. So that worked out actually pretty good. As a great painter once said, it's just a happy accident. A happy accident. A cloud does need a friend, as does a castle. A castle needs a friend, you know? It needs a friend. So, let's have a look. Oh, there it is. There, guys, look at that. It's actually there. That's strange. What's going on? I did not import this. But that's Spinnaker Tower. The nearest airport. Ooh, that is a good question. First of all, let's see Portsmouth a little bit. It actually does. Why is it looking that good? It shouldn't be. But look at this, guys. Look at these details. I did not install this. I really didn't. But it looks really good. Huh. Excellent. And there's Portchester Castle. I did install that. So, yeah. Yeah, it's the default scenery, but it's really... It is highly detailed, Jeff. It is really weird. It is highly detailed. An aircraft carrier in the harbor. It is? Yeah. Yeah, right there. Right there. That's the aircraft carrier right there. Now, here is Portchester Castle, guys. I will be looking up the nearest airport in quite a second, Mr. Nick. Very nice. Looks good. This is important, by the way. This is important. That actually looks like... Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it looked really good. I did not expect that. Alright, guys. Now let's move up. Alright, let's head back towards our original flight plan that we are basically on now. There we go. Incredibly how detailed it looks. It's really... It looks a lot better, like they improved it already. I did not expect that. Okay. Yeah, I think too. I think so too. Let's have a look. Back and then nearest. The nearest one is EGHF. So that's the nearest one to me. EGHF. So it's that. EGHF. That's the nearest one. That's 4 nautical miles away. All players, yeah. All players and... Excellent! Mr. Nick, where are you? Where are you? Hobbit's feet. Not sure if you can see this guy, but... That's an actual name. Hobbit's feet. That made me laugh. I can't see you just yet. Excellent, excellent. Ah, you're gonna spawn in. Great, great, great. Brilliant. Well, guys, that was actually really, really cool. Portchester Castle is done. Tick that one off the box, and we are then moving on towards Brighton. I think Brighton is up next, guys. Dang, this is going to be. It is. Yeah, Brighton's up next. Excellent. This is so far. It is a great flight. It is a pretty awesome flight right now. I am highly enjoying myself. So it's having fun, having fun. Oh, make sure not to hit those clouds because let's face it, it is -1, and we know what clouds do to our little tiny plane. I don't want to crash. So for those that are flying along in the 172 or kind of small planes like this, do not forget to turn on your pitted heat, guys. Do not forget your pitted heat. Ah, you saw my name on the world map. Excellent. Good. Then you're on the right track. Basically, what you can also do is, if you see my name on the world map, just click on my name and you should spawn in right next to me. Nice trick. So on the other hand, if you do that, you do not get the flight plan. So keep that in mind. So there's that. And yeah, we are great. We're doing great, guys. We still have a lot of fuel. That's good. We are, well, okay. For those that also do not know me, I do fly at full speed. So it's, yeah, it's, yeah, it would, wouldn't it? It would. It truly would. Just click on my name and, hey, presto, we're there. So, if only. But then again, I think a lot of aircraft companies would go bankrupt in a day. So, yeah. But travel would indeed be a lot easier. Yeah. Point-to-point transport. Good lord. If only. If only. Live long and prosper. Maybe someday, but then again, if I'm not mistaken, and if I do get the theories of teleportation right, it basically would mean you have to destroy your original self to be built up in another place. That kind of sounds nasty to me, you know, destroying your original form to just rebuild it somewhere else. Yeah. It's yeah. I'm okay with traditional travel, exactly. It gives you a good challenge. The last time you did that, you ended upside down, didn't you? Jeff Cat right there. We have Yuri still up in the air. We have Jaybird still with us. Excellent, man. Jamal should be here somewhere as well. Where's Jamal? Is Jamal with us? Not sure. Jeff Cat. Yeah, okay. Then I'm near Jeff Cat. I'm near Jeff Cat. So Yeah, exactly. All right, now we are headed towards Brighton Beach. Brighton itself. Man, this is such a cool flight so far. It is so much fun to do this. It is so much fun. Even if it's only a simple point A to point B, seeing the world kind of thing, it is still pretty damn cool, guys. I am enjoying myself so much.
Yes, I am.
So who's that? Oh, that's wiggling as well. Wriggling, Jaybird, wriggling. Nice, man, nice. Oh, by the way, for those that are flying along with me, or want to fly along with me, if you want to see your own livery in the game, and I have not installed that, usually what I do is I install the large livery packs. But if you have a specialized livery, for instance, Don Don Pampan has one, Dragas, who usually flies along with us, has one as well. But I have no problem with installing your specified livery straight into my game. So if you fly along or next to me, you will see your own custom livery. Yeah, well, it's no problem, man. Well, you could maybe ask PV. I don't know, but yeah, it's there are a lot of people who are doing that. And but if you have a certain livery that you want specifically, or one that you found online, just link it in the Discord channel, and I will make sure that that I will install it for the next flight and the rest of the flights on. So no, I'm always happy to accommodate you guys. Landing on a soccer field, you go for it, man. Where is that soccer field? Yuri's still right there, flying next to me, upside down. Excellent. Where is Jeff Cat? Ah, you're way over there. I can't see you. You're way over there, man. You're going to land in a soccer field. Soccer field might be a really, really short. Yeah, that might not be such a good idea. Maybe a larger field, maybe. Yeah. Or a road. Could be. Find a nice road and land there. I mean, basically, the car should disappear. So, yeah. Now, Jamel is still right there, and we have Jaybird also, of course. Now, as Mr. Nick said, if you are in the air, are you also called Mr. Nick in-game? Because I cannot seem to... I'm trying to find you, but I can't seem to find you, so... I'm looking. Yep. Yep. I crashed my controller, fella. Ah, that's a shame. Well, you can always hop on again. We are still in the air for at least 1.5 hours. So yeah, no problem. No problemo. I am so glad that they turned off that the option that that you can fly into each other. That would have been horrible. Hey, Moha. Didn't fly since like 2016, and now I think I'm gonna install. Yeah. No problem, man. You're always happy to join me. Mohilali. Sorry, I'm still trying to get the hang of that. But yeah, it's no problem, man. If you want to join me, of course. And for those that do not know, by the way, Microsoft is also having the Game Pass, of course. You can get the if you do not have yet gotten the Game Pass, you can get the Game Pass for $1 or €1 or one quid or whatever for 3 months. And the standard version is included in the Game Pass version. So yeah, if you really want to fly and test it out and see if it's for you, that's a really good way to go. It is a really good way to go. Just get that. Look behind you. Jeff Cat right there. Jaybird, Jamal, Toast Warrior. I'm guessing that's you, Toast Warrior. I am guessing that's you, Mr. Nick. Hey, Don, good to see you, man. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. So we have Mr. Nick right there. Toast Warrior, where is he? We have Yuri right there. Good to see you guys. By the way, welcome Raiders. Welcome. Thank you for raiding me. Thank you for being here. And today we are at the moment headed towards Brighton Beach, then veering off towards London, guys. London is up next. So we are doing the entire flight of London. Ah, there is Mr. Nick right there down below, aka Toast Warrior. For those that do not know who Yuri is Dreitzi Presse, I'm thinking, yeah. And yeah, it is London is the place for me. Exactly. So yeah, it is going quite well actually. So Radio DJ, good to see you, man. Hope everything is going well in Ireland. So yeah, it is going. It's doing a great. So far, it's a great flight. I'm having so much fun, guys. I'm having so much fun. And if you guys want to join me, please hop on the Western European channel and make sure you find me near Brighton Beach. After London, we will be heading towards Dover, the White Cliffs of Dover, and then finally flying over the channel towards Ostend, where we will be landing in Belgium, getting a nice pot of mussels or a nice stew with a nice Belgian beer. I'm thinking, yeah, a nice Belgian beer, Duvel perhaps, or something like that. Yeah. Ah, excellent. Well, good to hear that, Radio DJ. Well, glad to have you with me. I hope you had a wonderful show. And yeah, so far I'm having a great one, actually. The scenery is really nicely updated. It looks really cool, actually. It looks really good. No, chocolates could be as well. Yeah, Belgian chocolates. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Belgian chocolates, not bad. Or Belgian waffles. Oh, Belgian waffles. Oh. The Belgian cuisine is so much better than the Dutch. The Dutch is horrible. Ah. Other than bitter balls and stroopwafels. And cheese, of course. We have great cheese. Let's face it. No, they are mine. They are all yours, my dear. For everything you have done for me so far, they are yours. Stroopwafels, exactly. Oh, yes. Well, Dutch chocolate is okay. It's not bad. But Belgian chocolate is a little bit better. And then we get the well, of course, the Swiss chocolate, which is really good. So yeah, but Belgian Dutch chocolate is very good in itself. Yeah, especially now with Tony Chocoloni and stuff like that. That's really good, actually. That's high quality chocolate right there. So for those that do not know, if you see a Tony Chocoloni bar, it's Dutch. Go for it. What are stroopwafels? Oh my lord! Oh my lord! Hey, Felix hosted you. Thank you very much for the follow, man. Thank you very much. Stroopwafels are freaking awesome. Basically, they're two thin wafers of cookie filled with a hot caramel. It is it is so good. It is so good. You just heat it up in the microwave or put it on top of your coffee mug and make sure that it heats up a little bit so it becomes soft and gooey. It's sweet, it's savory, it's brilliant. Trust me. It's basically, yeah, it's that. They're so good. They're so good. And the bitter balls are awesome as well. Trust me, they are, especially with beer. Yeah. Well, sometimes it kind of depends. If I'm really hungry, I don't warm them up. I just eat them. So yeah. There on the top right there, we have Mr. Nick flying along. Yeah. Yeah, they are hard to find. Yeah. Your autopilot is trying to kill me. No, good lord, no. Do not go to autopilot, Jamel. Do not do it. Yes. It's going Skynet all over your bum. Skynet all over your bum. I know, Skynet is real. It's in this game, I'm pretty sure. So this is where it all started. Yeah. Don't walk towards the lights. Yeah. Stay away from the lights. Try to work as well. Well, that's going to be a problem now, is it? Autopilot not working and trying to work. Interesting. It's so, yeah. I mean, stroopwafels are basically so pretty dang awesome, yeah. They are. Now, we are really, this is Brighton, by the way. This is Brighton, actually. Right there, that's Brighton. And we are now flying along Brighton Beach. Let's head down, shall we? We'll see how we can make that work, Yuri. We'll see how we can make that work. You keep in touch with Dahlia, and we will make sure that that there are some treats coming your way. Excellent. And this is Brighton, guys. Sent into a dive. Oh. Ouch. Jeff just landed right there. I think you just landed. Yeah, he just landed. Or did he? No, he did a stop and go. Or... Jeff, what you doing? Alright guys, Brighton Dome right there. Look at this. The lovely beaches of Brighton. Maybe import them with the Cessna. Yeah, maybe. Could give it a go, you know. Just drive up to Lelystad and hop in one and... Maybe I'll fool them. Who knows? Who knows? Hand in a flight plan in advance. And there we go, guys. What's there? We have the Brighton Dome right there. There are a few landmarks right there, so we will make sure that we don't try to see them. Let's slow down a little bit again. Let's slow down a little bit. Airdrop him. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if we can see it in all its glory. Okay. Wow, 150 viewers. Thank you very much for that view, for that host right there, Felix. Thank you very much, and for those that are joining me right now, welcome to my channel. I'm Shoney Gaming. I'm flying all over the world. And at the moment, we are flying over Brighton. We are flying everywhere, seeing everything, having a little bit of fun with you guys. You guys can follow me along if you want. And basically, it comes down to me flying 440,000 nautical miles. Toasty Warrior right there, Mr. Nick. And flying 440,000 nautical miles, 440,000 kilometers, 220,000 nautical miles. 2,000 plus hours, and basically we are flying all over the world. It's a bot. Okay, that's no problem. Then it doesn't really matter that much. Alright guys, here we have Brighton Palace Pier. We have the Brighton Dome, and we have, what do we else have here? The Pavilion. Ah, lovely. There we go, going 350. Actually, I've seen people flying along with me. It is possible, Mr. Nick. It is possible. Is this supposed to be here? Is this actually true? Is it that big? What's that? Ah, 3,000 earlier. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Look at that, guys. This is just in-game. I did not import this as far as I know. Yeah, it looks weird, doesn't it? It looks out of place. I think that's actually an attraction or something. But look at that. The dome and the what's that called? The Royal Pavilion. That looks really good. That looks... I did not import this, guys. I did not import this. I think mine were genuine, of course. Yeah. Exactly. But look at that. The Brighton Pier Palace. It looks great, guys. That looks really, really cool. Well, that's Brighton done. Brighton done. Yeah, the roller coasters on the pier. Yeah, it is really looking good. And this is not imported. This is basically in the standard game itself, in the standard simulation. So yeah. Flying over Brighton, right there. Seeing it in all its beauty. And it looks good, guys. Look at that. That is a pretty picture. Jamel right there. Yuri up in the air. We have Jaybird flying over it. And Toasty Warrior flying over it at high speed. Flying over it at high speed, guys. Funny, funny, funny that. I like that. Jeff Cat right there, still with us as well. Did you already have your bio break, by the way? But it looked good, guys. It looks really, really good. I would have landed there. And I'm pretty sure you'd made it. I'm pretty sure you would have made it. I am. I am quite confident. Alright, guys. Let's speed up again. Now we are headed over towards, let's see, Guildford Castle. That's the next one. That's an imported castle. And then we are moving on towards, basically we're flying towards Heathrow. And then picking up the Thames, flying over the entire width of London, taking in as much of landmarks as we can. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. We are now headed toward London, guys. London, here we come. We are invading you. We are invading London. But first, we are going to find Guildford Castle. Yes, we are. Now, as I said, I'm really happy I fixed that that bug, that the Bing Maps bug. Actually, basically, it was simply turned off in the settings. So I'm glad I found that and turned it on again, because look at that, guys. This is basically what we are doing it for: seeing everything, going everywhere. Yeah. So this is what you want. Seeing Brighton there in all its glory. We still can see, basically, barely make out the pier in the distance right there. If I do it slowly. I think, to be honest, this is some kind of attraction or something like that. It's some kind of, yeah, I think it is. Or it's a glitch, could be. It could be a glitch, but if it's a glitch, it will probably be fixed in the upcoming patch. And to be honest, I was thinking that I will be slowing down quite a lot, actually, but it's still going quite well. It is actually not that bad. However, I do not know how the frame rates will be going once we hit London. I'm pretty sure they will go down a little bit. Not sure if they will turn into a slideshow, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, guys. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll find out anyway. We will find out, guys. We will find out. But it's really nice to see all those details. I mean, even in Portsmouth, the Spinnaker Tower was actually there. That was the Spinnaker Tower. I did not install any kind of scenery for that. And usually, what I do is if I hey Warrior, good to see you, my friend. Usually, what I do is when I plan my flight plan, I check out flightsim.2 to see if there are any special sceneries that we fly over that we basically want to see, special things like that. So yeah, it is yeah, you know, if there's something, if there's a certain point of interest, I'll make sure to update it for you guys. But in this case, I had no intention of flying over the Spinnaker Tower, so that was one for I am sorry. I am looking. I forgot your name. I am sorry. Slapnuts. Right there. Yeah. Slapnuts. Sorry. Slapnuts. Yeah. So that was Slapnuts basically suggestion. So yeah. Hey Speedbird. Good to see you, man. There were issues, so be prepared to sim crash. Oh, I'm not hoping that, Speedbird. Do not hope that. I do not, because today we are flying over London. Oh, good Lord, no. Noes. Noes. I don't want that. But yeah, I'll keep that in mind, Speedbird. So far, so good, by the way. We are actually doing really, really well. I am doing really well. We are all doing really well. I still have Jamel right there. We have Mr. Nick right there up in the air. Thank you for the follow there, roundabout. I truly appreciate that. Jaybird is still up with us. And we have, of course, Yuri the Inverter. So yeah, it is. And thank you very much as well, Speedbird. By the way, Happy New Year. Hope you're having a wonderful day, my friend. So it's going quite well, actually. At the moment, we are headed towards Guildford Castle, which I imported as a scenery. So yeah, it's. I think I'm gonna change planes now. Yeah, it is kind of hard to keep up. Yeah. British Airways has a slender observation tower. Oh, it is. Oh, funny that. Thank you very much, Speedbird. Truly appreciate that. Cool. Aha, so that's what it was. Then we are, from Guildford Castle, we are headed towards Heathrow, flying along the length of the Thames, and then taking in all the sights. Once we hit London City Airport, we will be veering off towards Dover. Of course, we have to see the White Cliffs of Dover. And then we are moving on towards King Gates Castle, which is on the coast of Dover, on the White Coast of Dover. flying over towards the channel, and then landing in Ostend, where we will have a nice dinner. Haha. So, yeah. And this is not your captain speaking. I am just basically the idiot at the wheel. So there's that. There's that. But we are now we are really making good time, guys. And I am still on live weather, funnily enough. I did not expect... Yesterday we also had really great weather. And today we are having great weather once again. We are very fortunate. I mean, this does not happen very often, let's face it. I mean, as I'll show you guys, live weather right there. It's there. Who knew? Who knew? Actually, you could actually see blue skies in Great Britain. I didn't. So, and there were times in Great Britain when we were flying in Scotland, in Ireland, and also flying in England, that we had to use actually different weather because there was simply nothing to see. It was just one big pea soup. It was fog all the way. So yeah, I will change that from time to time if we want to see something. And other times it creates incredible views. When flying along the Norwegian coast, we were flying mostly in really bad weather. But yeah, it's yeah, I know, lies, I tell you, lies, Speedbird. But yeah, it's it isn't. Ah, okay, broken at 400 feet. Yeah. Okay, that would explain it. Information Alpha. Yeah, okay. Well, the thing is, you know, it is always the weather is always kind of iffy. So it's the weather is not always working correctly, and that's the thing, you know. It's and I was thinking about doing buying actually Rex Weather Force, but I hear it's basically a trade-off between Rex Weather Force and live weather, that they're actually kind of okay, the same thing. So yeah, this is the 172 Speedbird. I was thinking about doing the 152, the entire flight. However, the 152 has a nautical mile range of about 420 nautical miles. This actually has a range of 640. So those 200 extra nautical miles made it possible for me to reach islands that were otherwise, or continents even, that were otherwise not reachable. So that's the reason why I chose the 172. And doing so, it made me possible. It made for us possible to do this idiotic thing. Yeah. So there's that. That's my flight plan. That's my flight plan right there. Yep, that's the one. So yeah, and we just basically did Central and Eastern Europe, and we did Scandinavia, and now England. So that's what we're doing. So uh-oh, trying autopilot again. Where is he? Where is he? I need to switch that off. Where's Jamel? Is he going to kill himself? Does he still have a Skynet problem? Where is Jamel? I do not see him. Jaybird right there. Jaybird's still with us. There is the inverter, aka Yuri. Yeah. You're gonna land in the field. Excellent, excellent. In real life? Oh, excellent. Oh, cool. Only a student pilot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, in this case, it just made sense to do it in the 172, basically because it was in the standard version, and I started out doing that flight in the standard version. I planned it in June already, the flight, so before the release. I started to plan the entire flight around the world. I was doing it as a standard, flying from basically circumventing the world. And then I went kind of sideways and did it on steroids. So yeah, I started like, okay, I just want to see a little bit more, you know. So yeah, thank you very much for the follow there, Alpha, Information Alpha. But yeah, it's proud of his flight plan, exactly. But yeah, it's the thing was that it kind of grew from there, and I just kept planning and planning and planning, and in 3 or 4 weeks' time, I had this idiotic idea, and from there on, I went basically overboard. So, but to be honest, as far as we are going now, we are doing it low and slow. We are going everywhere, seeing everything, and I'm having the greatest time. I'm having so much fun with you guys. Jamel is actually still up in the air right there, so that's good. That's actually a good thing. The autopilot apparently did not try to kill you, Jamel. But yeah, oh, what you doing? Thank you very much, my dear. Oh, look at that! I am the proud owner of a cup of coffee. Oh, I just got in-flight beverages. Nom nom. Yay! Woohoo! New coffee! New coffee! Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Spitfires are really, really expensive. They are. I mean, and there are so. Oh, by the way, talking about Spitfires, Speedbird, there's actually a third-party developer that is developing a model for a Spitfire in the game, in the simulation. Coffee! Oh, that helps out a lot, Mr. Nick. That helps out a lot. There is Yuri. Yeah, because you know the thing is, this thing only. I am flying at. I'm flying way too fast. I know, but. Because I am flying at 120, 130 knots, and I'm flying at full power and as lean as I can, that means that I will actually gain 300 to 400 plus hours on my complete flight. So usually my entire flight right now is somewhat around 2,000 plus hours. If I fly 10 to 15 miles slower, I actually gain 300 to 400 hours on my complete flight. So as of now, I am still flying at full power. I can only fly for about 3 to 4 hours a day maximum anyway. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm going full force. That's the reason why I'm doing that at the... I'm pushing my engine and I'm flying as fast as I can. Basically because of that. Yeah. I think my PC will explode. Oh, really cool. Well, to be honest, actually, Microsoft Flight Simulator, the 2020, isn't that heavy, actually. It already looks really good on medium to high, and you do not need a really strong or powerful PC. I got a very, very powerful PC, but and that's the reason why I'm having everything at Ultra. That's the reason why it looks the way it does. But basically, if you have, if you set your settings, yes, I am Duke Jones. I am very much Dutch. Yes, live near Amsterdam. And thank you for coming along on the flight, man. Yeah, the 16 gigs is kind of mandatory. Yeah, that is. You do have to have quite a large bit of RAM, but yeah. Well, actually. Speedbird, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Microsoft Game Pass. Because if you are not, Microsoft Game Pass is a subscription-based game subscription from Microsoft. No kidding. But yeah, it's the first, if you haven't had it yet, the first 3 months are, it only costs $1 or a quid or a euro. So for for the first 3 months, it costs you $1 a month or a euro a month. And the standard version of the game, of the simulation, is included in that. It's a really good deal. It is a really good deal. So it's a really cool way for just 3 quid to get the hang of it and see if it works out for you. Really cheap way. And you can cancel it anytime you like. So if after the first month it doesn't work for you, just cancel it. And it will cost you $1, €1. So yeah. And by the way, Duke Jones, thank you for joining my channel. As I said, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time. Yeah, it's a really good deal, actually. It is a really good deal. Alright, we are coming up to Guilford Castle, guys. You can see it right there in the distance. Let's slow down again a little bit. Let's slow down. Going low and slow once again. Yeah! It runs smoothly. Yeah, it does, Jaybird. Yeah. It really does. So it's really that's a really good way to see if you actually like the simulation, if it's for you, you know, and if it's not, just cancel it and it's fine. Yeah, it's fine, and it'll work out great. All right. Nah, well, it kind of is, but it slows down quite a lot actually right now. So, and I've already. Pull back the throttle, Speedbird. Yeah. And it does help me. Helped me slow down quite a lot, actually. So, yeah. There we are, guys. Guildford Castle. Guildford Castle. That, actually... It's in the middle of the city, actually. Huh. There we go. Guildford Castle right there. You can see, basically see the difference. That it's imported right there. You can see it. It's kind of blocky, but it still looks kind of good. Actually, it looks really nice right there. Huh. Yeah, you can put them out quite early, actually, so it's not that bad. There we go. At quite high speeds, you can pull down the flaps. Now, by the way, we will be landing in Ostend, and for those that I will be then programming my ILS settings. So let's see if that works out again. Ooh, an inch! Oh! Well, any landing you can walk away from is a good one, Speedbird. Good lord, that must have been kind of scary. Yeah, that must have been kind of scary. Oof, just an inch. That's not much. Alright, guys, we are now heading towards Heathrow. Heading towards Heathrow and flying the length of the London Thames. In the distance, we should be able to see London coming up, guys. It should be there in the distance. I am so looking forward to that. I am so looking forward to that. London, here we come! Yeah, I can imagine that. I truly can imagine that. That must have been one scary moment right there. Yeah. Buttocks clenching, I might say. Buttocks clenching. Oh Lord, here we go. Now let's see if we can... I'm zooming in on the map a little bit. London town indeed. Yeah, the thing is, Jaybird, exactly what you're saying. Because it's not that fast-paced game, you know. It is actually really. We are landing today at Ostend in Belgium. Because the game isn't that fast-paced. Basically, it means that you can actually run it at lower frame rates. Like this, it runs on ultra at 30 to 40 frames per second, basically. But it looks smooth. It looks really smooth. I mean, and it looks so good. It looks so good. The only thing you have to be aware of is that you do need a good internet connection for the streaming of the. Yeah, it is. You really need a good internet connection for the streaming of the data, because it does take up quite a lot of data streaming. So yeah, make sure you have unlimited data that you can use. In my case, in the Netherlands, that's not that hard, but yeah, there are countries where this kind of differs. So, but you can also, if you just fly in a certain area, you can pre-download it in a cache. So yeah, but it does look incredible, this sim, and I mean the way the light is rendered, the way the clouds are rendered, and I mean the ground details. It is. Amazing to me. Amazing. It feels so real and so lifelike, even though we are flying behind actually my plane, because I'm doing that because of the scenery. We just want to see everything, guys. We want to see it all. I want it all. Now I have to catch up to y'all. Well, we still have up in the air Yuri right there, Jamel is right there, Jaybird right there, and Mr. Nick as well, yeah. No, I am not using Rex at the moment. I am just using the simple standard live weather, yeah. A totally offline copy of the game. Actually, it's actually 3 petabytes, David. It's 3 petabytes. The entire world is 3 petabytes. It is bizarre. Yeah. Yeah. Incredible. 3 petabytes. But on the other hand, it's just 3 petabytes for the entire world. I mean, wow. On the punchline about, ooh. Was not going fast as a snail. Yeah, exactly. 1 petabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. So it's like 3,000 gigabytes. Am I saying this right? No. Gigabytes. 1,000 terabytes. Yeah. 1,000 terabytes. Sorry. Yeah. So it's like yeah. Yeah. 3 million gigabytes. Exactly. Exactly. It is a lot. It is actually quite a lot, of course. But on the other hand, I mean, this is the entire planet, guys, we're talking about. 3 petabytes for the entire planet. That's kind of amazing, let's face it, yeah. I mean, the fact that you can put 3,000 petabytes, or 3 petabytes, the entire world, I mean, they gave us the world. They gave us the world. It was like, hey, here you go, have the world. Have fun, you know? I mean, I'm used to large gaming worlds. GTA, for instance, of course. You know, it's huge. And there are several other games which we can say that are really. But yeah, it's like people like yeah, capacity of 2 terabytes. Really? Is that true? That's cool. But it's like, yeah, okay, guys. Here we have GTA, and it's incredible. No, we are not landing on Heathrow. We are flying over Heathrow, then we are headed towards the Thames, towards London City Airport, and then we are veering off. So towards it, yeah. No, this route would not be allowed. Definitely not. No, you are quite right, Speedbird. Yeah, I should not be flying here. But it is a simulation, so yeah. It is a simulation, so we are just having fun. Everyone here is saying their brain's small. I'm pretty sure my brain is the size of a peanut, let's face it. So it's kind of like that. And that's the way it is. But it's incredible. I mean, like GTA gave us an incredible world, and then came along a Soho and it said like, hold our beer, here's the world. So it's like, wow. I'm here. I'm sure everyone here is an intelligent human being. Anyway. Anyway. And well, at least 2 languages. Yeah, that is quite true. Yeah. Have you seen the news lately? Yeah, well. Okay, guys, we are now. This is London Heathrow, and let's make sure we do not bother as many people right down there. There are a few serious players right down there, guys. So yeah, it's. Let's make sure that we do not bother them quite a lot. Few people taking off, so yeah. Who would be crazy enough to fly the world around in a Cessna? Let me think about. Is that a trick question? I think it is. So, I think it is. People live there. No. Yeah, it is becoming kind of choppy. It is becoming kind of choppy. But we are now heading towards London. It's the place for me. It actually looks really good, guys. Look at that. That's Heathrow right down there. Heathrow right down there. Landed and took off a few times here with an A320. And it's, yeah, it's kind of okay. The funny thing was, I always thought that Heathrow had a lot more landing strips. But they basically just had the 2. So, yeah. Really funny. Yeah. But yeah, it's, there we are. Now we are headed towards London! Yes. It is becoming kind of choppy, but there are a lot of people flying here. There are a lot of people flying here. Of course, everyone wants to see London. They used to have 7 runways. They did? Really? London, really? Heathrow was a military base. Ah, I did not know that. I did not know that. Oh, that's where we are headed for, Sion House. That's the first one. And I am heading down. I am trying to slow down as well, guys. London coming up. Low and slow, guys. London coming up low and slow. Here we go. Oh, I've been so looking forward to this, guys. I have been so looking forward to it. All your bases are belong to us. Exactly. Well played. Tower Bridge should be there. It should be there. Hey, there is another one. There we go. We have... Yuri's still there. Jamal is still with us. Jaybird is also with us, of course. Mr. Nick should be down there, right there. Yep. Laser activity. Shoot you down over London. Yeah. No. No. We should be good. We should be good. We're all friends here. We're all friends here. And I'm showing off their lovely country, David. I am showing off their lovely, lovely country. So what more do they want? I've been... Basically, this is a tourist film. Buy all the books cheap. Oh, yeah, definitely. Now, I am slowing down quite considerably. EU propaganda leaflets. Yeah. Well, there is the Thames, guys. In the distance. That's the Thames right there. The Thames River. And we are now doing our first run over London. We might be circling around a little bit. And then heading off towards Dover. But Sion House is the first one coming up. Right there in the distance. And downtown London, right there. That's where we are headed. We are flying over the length of the Thames. Ah, look at that, guys. Look at that London in all its glory. It is becoming a little bit choppy, but there are a lot of people flying here. Look at that. Well, it's not quite a slideshow, but it is becoming choppy. Yeah, it does look. It looks great, doesn't it? Sion House right there. Look at that, guys. That's the first landmark. Yeah, most of it are exactly. That is quite true, Speedbird. Yeah. I mean, but the same thing goes, I think, for every major city in the world. I mean, if you look at Amsterdam, for instance, the original Amsterdam residents no longer basically live in the heart of Amsterdam. Hardly. So, yeah, and I think that goes for every major city, to be honest. I think that holds true for every major city. Look at this, guys. Still a little bit too low, but yeah. There we go. Little bit more speed. And there we go. Flying over the entire length of the Thames. Heading towards London City in the distance, right there. Right on top of my head. Right there. And it looks great. I was so looking forward to this. Now make sure I do not crash. Jaybird just flew under the bridge right there. Well played, sir. Well played. So cool. Yes, I am in London, Slick Like Josh. Yes, I am. Hiya. And hiya, Jonesy dude. Hello. Happy New Year, first off, for those that just joined us. Yes, we are in London. We finally made it to London. We are now heading towards the Big Ben. Ben right there in the distance. We are flying along the Thames. Flying along the Thames. I am thinking that, yeah, I'm going to cut this a little bit short. And, yeah, I'm glad to be here, guys. Glad to be in finally made it to London. We are flying here with Yuri. We are flying here with Jaybird flying along there. Jamel flying the route. Mr. Nick right there in the distance. And yeah, I am doing a little bit of a shortcut right here. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. 1,000 feet. Well, I kind of feel that. But that's the beauty of this simulation. We can see it as close and as up close as we all want. Look at that, guys. The Thames in all its glory. And that's, I must say, at Ultra, it is taking its toll. But flying over London like this, oh yeah. The Greater London area right here. And I am going a little bit too fast. So I'm slowing down. Liverpool up next. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, no. Unfortunately, I already went up to Liverpool. No. Yeah, Liverpool, already did Liverpool. Yeah.
500.
No. Come on. Why? There we go. Slow down a little bit. Great. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, we already did Liverpool. So basically today we are this is the jewel in the crown of our flights over England. We are flying over London today, and then yeah, we did actually. We flew along the Hadrian Wall, basically. We flew along the Hadrian Wall.
500.
You don't fly on the left in England. It does look great, guys. Look at that. The detail is amazing. And I did not really import that much for London, basically. Just a few landmarks here and there. But other than that, it actually does look really cool, guys. Look at that. Hey, I'm Tasty. Good to see you, my friend. There we go. That's a lot better. A little bit more power. And we are flying really slow, but I really, really want to see it in all its glory. And it's looking so good, guys. Look at that. Look at that beautiful view of London right there. Look at that beautiful view of London right there. Incredible. Incredible, guys. It looks so cool. It looks so cool, guys. Buckingham Palace behind me, really? Ew. Is it? That's not Buckingham Palace. I imported Buckingham Palace, so yeah. Look at that, guys. Oh, well, we'll fly back towards it. No problem. I want to see it all. Yeah, gas to spare. Exactly. That's Battersea Power Station. Yeah, exactly. Right there in the distance. Battersea Power Station. And here it comes, guys. I think that's the tower, actually, but that doesn't look that good. But The Houses of Parliament right there. Big Ben. Look at that. Look at that, guys. How cool is that? Big Ben right there. Home of Pink Floyd. Let's just not play Echo, shall we, for 23 minutes. The London Eye. There it is. The London Eye as well. Dang, guys, this is great. This is so cool. Well, it does. It kind of does, Flo. It really does, yeah. There's the Tower of London right there. So, yeah. The Shard, of course. We have the Gherkin should be here as well. Look at that, guys. It is somewhat choppy at times, but yeah, it is. I am trying to see it all. The walkie-talkie building right there. There is so much to see. St. Paul's Cathedral, yeah, it is. St. Paul's right down there. The Shard right here. There comes the tower. The Tower Bridge. The cheese grater, yeah, exactly. By the way, for those that do not know, that's the cheese grater. And behind it is the Gherkin, by the way. That's the Gherkin. Right there. Tower of London and Tower Bridge. The Shard right here. Look at that, guys. Look at that. How amazing is this? No. I should be able to make it to Ostend. Oh, did you guys just crash? Did you guys just crash? No, you didn't.
500.
So there's that. You can't fly through. You noticed, didn't you? Excellent, guys. This was so cool. This was so cool. Thank you very much for the follow there, Jonesy. Thank you. I appreciate that. I truly do. Look at that, guys. Wow. I have no idea, actually, Speedbird. I think it might be some kind of glitch. You know, photogrammetry thing. I think this is a Bing Maps thing that went wrong, to be honest. I just noticed it as well, yeah. I was like, oh, interesting. Don't mess with the Tower Bridge or it will whoop your ass. It will whoop thy booty. So, yeah. Look at that, guys. Incredible. This is so cool, guys. This is so cool. I want to go back, yeah. It's algae, yeah, exactly. But it looks really, really good. It looks good. Dang. I did not expect it would look that good, actually. I really didn't. Incredible, guys. Incredible. It looks so good. I mean, wow, look at that. Look at that. This is the exact reason why we're doing this. Basically just this, you know? It looks awesome. It looks great. It looks the way it's supposed to be. Kinda. You know, it just brings a smile to my face. I just can't stop grinning, you know? I can't stop grinning. Well, it may be the meds, but... yeah, I am enjoying the moment, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's the O2, by the way. The O2 Arena. Right there. this is so cool. So, this is the Docklands, I'm thinking? Right there? That's the O2 Arena, and we have the barrier right there. We have the, but this is the O2 Arena right here, guys. Look at that. Yeah, it looks great. So cool, so cool. I am truly enjoying this, guys. This was... Thank you very much all for joining me and flying along with me. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. I was so looking forward to this. And it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint, guys. Look at that detail. Flying over the O2. Along the length of the of the Thames. Yeah, London City Airport is right there, by the way. It's really weird because it's surrounded by water. So if anything, it's also very short. I was in a stream of Flying Fabio, and he told me that also the approach for it is really steep. So you have to use it. It is a very steep glide slope. Yeah, exactly, exactly that, Speedbird. The approach to the glide slope is incredibly steep. It's nearly twice as steep as normal. I think it's normally it's like 3 or 4% grade, and in this case it was like 7 or 8. It's really bizarre. Welcome back there, John Twitch. Welcome back. Yeah, 7 degrees. It's really steep. It's like coming in straight down nearly. Look at that. This is Patinel. This is London City in all its glory. Yeah, we just flew over London City right there. By the way, Happy New Year. Welcome to our channel. The Thames barriers. Yeah, exactly. Right there, right down there. That's the Thames barriers. They close up if there is a storm, so London doesn't flood. These all close up. Look at that, guys. It looks great. And this is London City Airport. It is a really strange airport. Yeah, thank you very much. I have it all on high settings. Thank you for the follow as well, my friend. I have it on ultra settings. So yeah, it's yeah, the barriers are they've been installed like 15 years ago or something like that. So yeah, it looks incredible, guys. Wow, this was so much fun. This was so much fun. I was really looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. And now, it is time to wave goodbye to London. Goodbye, London. We shall see you in another landing, perhaps, but not now. Yes, we are now headed towards Dover, guys. Towards the White Cliffs of Dover. Trip around the world is slightly an understatement. It's trip to basically everywhere, Speedbird. Yeah, it's a trip to basically everywhere. It's... this... that. So it's, yeah, it's basically everywhere, yeah. It's basically everywhere. That's where we are going. The Cliffs of Dover, yeah, and I installed basically a, yeah. I will, my friend. Thank you very much, Radio. Thank you very much. Yeah, wait, wait. That's what we're doing. And we just did about the fuel costs are I think I calculated to up to I think $33,000 or something like that. So yeah, and we're doing it all manually. I mean, we're doing it manually. So yeah, basically that's what we're doing. We are flying 220,000 nautical miles. 220,000 nautical miles. So yeah. It is a thing, trust me, and you guys can fly along with me. Basically, on my Discord channel, I upload the flight plan for the next day or the next week. Usually, I do it for the next week, but in this case, it was just a few days. And you guys can fly along with me. Yeah, so yeah, just fly 400,000 kilometers, easy. Yes, I'm doing it. And if I can do it, trust me, anyone can do it. Trust me. It's not that hard. It's just commitment. That's what it is. Yeah. Well, Speedbird, I did upload a special scenery which should make the Cliffs of Dover look really realistic. So, in your opinion, yeah, we're going to see it in just a bit, basically. So we are now flying along the A2 and the M2, basically, yeah. Still heading along a large part of the Thames right there on the left, and yeah. All right, guys, 2,000 feet, that should be good enough. 2,000 feet should be good enough, and now we are picking up speed once again. But yeah, I am flying all over the world. We are doing it low and slow. First off, we are doing it in that. And we're flying everywhere, see everything. That's our motto. Fly everywhere, see everything. And that's what we basically really are going to do. I am not kidding. I am not kidding. I am drinking, however, a lot of coffee during that. Because, let's face it, coffee is life. Yeah, I like coffee a lot. Most complex in the world. Yeah, I know. It's it is really complex. I mean, you've got Heathrow on one side. Yeah, they do look incredibly realistic, John. You got Heathrow on the one side, of course. Great Britain with its airspace. The Netherlands next to that. It is all so tightly woven and tightly knit. It is truly a thing to behold, to see it all flying around. Yeah, Southend Gatwick, exactly. It is. They have a large amount of big airports actually. Stansted, yeah. Yep. So yeah, it is all over the place there. What we just did, you cannot do that in real life. No way. You just simply can't. There is no way you can do that in real life. Trust me. Or even if you flew it realistically, for instance on VATSIM, this flight would not have been possible. On Flight Sim, this flight would probably not have been possible. But hey, that's why we're doing it VFR. And yeah, that's why we're having fun. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, no problem. I'll fly over it. Yeah. How much days are it going to take? But you know, it's going to take 3.5 years. Yeah. I fly on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. And, well, possible, probably not legal. Good point. Yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm flying on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays from 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time to about 4 or 5 p.m. European Standard Time. And that would mean that it takes around 3.5 years, but I'm still expanding on that flight plan that you just saw. So yeah. By the way, Speedbird, what airport is that? What airfield is that? I will be doing a flyby if you want. But yeah, it's EGTO. EGTO. Oh, no, that's EGTU. Rochester Airport. Okay. Let's have a look. Rochester. Maps. Rochester, UK. Here we go. And oh yeah, we are flying over that anyway. Sure, why not? Let me have a look. Where are we now? Let's fly over Rochester, no problem. So that should be. I am trying to look it up right now. That should be right there. So we are basically flying over it. Yeah. Actually, it should be right there in the distance, if I'm not mistaken. If it's available in the sim, yeah, you can land on it. Yeah. It would not surprise me if you can, and if not, there are a lot of user-made, custom-made sceneries and liveries and stuff like that. So there's also a lot of custom-made airfields, which you can simply import into the game yourself, and then it shows up. So yeah, it might not have the ATC and stuff like that, but yeah, if I'm not mistaken, let's have a look. Ah, yeah, EGTO, there it is, actually. Yeah, it is showing up as nearest. So yeah, there we go. Really? Now I have to look up Rochester Airport, so I know exactly where it is. Airport. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so now I have a yeah. Alright, so that's. It should be somewhere over there, if I'm not mistaken. That bad, huh? Well, there are a few weird approaches I've done already. It's so some airfields are really weird. Yeah. Kind of a training here with all the complex. Yeah, I can imagine that. Jamel, by the way, still with us. Who do we have with us as well? We have Jaybird still. We have Yuri right there. And who else do we have? I think that is it right now. If you want to fly along, you can. By the way, that is no problem. So, yeah. Let me have a look, guys, because if I'm thinking, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Speedbird, but if I follow this road right here, the A2, if I keep following the A2, I should fly along it. It should. Oh, there it is. I think it is there. Right there. That's it. That's it, right there. Yep. Rochester Airport. We were flying over it anyway. So there you go. In all its glory. Rochester on the grass. It does. I'm not sure if it shows up right here, but... I think there's writing right there, but yeah. I can't make it out, to be honest. I think there's writing right there, yeah. Well, there you go. It is there. It is there. To know the landscape around me better, yeah. It's a game. Well, it is. Once you are quite welcome there, Speedbird. Yeah, you are quite welcome. It looks awesome. It looks really good. The thing is, David, once you start down this rabbit hole called Flight Simulator, it is so bizarre. Hey, Polish pilot, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, once you head down this rabbit hole, it is amazing. It is such a brilliant simulation, and I've met so many nice people already. The community is great. There's no toxicity as far as I can see, hardly any actually. So yeah, I mean, it is so much fun, you know. And I started out just with the standard base game. I bought the base game. I was very lucky, and in June last year, on my birthday, I got the Logitech yoke with the throttle quadrant. I got the rudder pedal. So yeah, it's. Did you just crash, Jamel? Or was that really close? Yeah, yeah, I'm heading towards Canterbury, exactly. But yeah, it's. You know, so I was really lucky that I got that, but But then it went on from there, and it just exploded. I got a subscription for Navigraph, which you can see right up there. You know, I started streaming. It is. They have some tales to tell, but that's a red card for you right there, Flo. That's a red card. Get out of my channel. Anyway, it's off to my right, a glider. Can I see that? Can we find that, a glider airfield? I know some other tales. I think actually, oh, there it is. I think that's the one. That's the glider airfield right there. That should be it. Yeah. By the way, guys, gliders are coming this year, apparently. Gliders are going to be a thing. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that one. No, I'm pretty sure. Oh, there's Canterbury. Yeah. Yeah, I think they did, actually, an X-Wing, yeah. Yeah, actually, there is an X-Wing skin, so you can actually fly around in an X-Wing. I think that's one of the first things that actually came out. So, yeah, but it's custom player made, so it's yeah. I think it's based on, the flight is going great, Quart. It is going great. We just flew over London. We flew over so many things already, yeah. Yeah, they are coming to the simulation actually, Jaybird. They are, yeah. They are coming to the simulation, definitely. They said gliders are coming this year probably. Next year will be helicopters as well. So it's this year's is gliders. I think the season's update is coming this year as well. And of course there are coming more world updates. For instance, in 2 or 3 weeks time we will have the UK update. Of course when I'm leaving the UK we get the UK update. Yay! So there's that. So yeah. One of those planes too. Well, basically if I turn everything off I got a glider. So yeah. Not that I'm doing that, but it basically acts like a glider. But it should work. You've done it in real life. Oh, cool. Yuri, you've done gliders as well, haven't you? Or was that your father, if I'm not mistaken? Oh, part of the training, yeah. Well, I can imagine that being in a glider and being completely surrendered to the elements and air, basically you do not have an engine, so you have to learn how to navigate. Yeah, and you really do know how to get control of an aircraft without an engine. So yeah. His cat killed his engine. Yeah, exactly. His cat turned it into a glider. Yay! Do we still have Yuri with us? I think we do. Or did we just lose a lot of people? Jamel's still here? Bat Kitty, yeah, exactly. Oh, Jaybird is still with us, exactly. Ah, Yuri is still with us as well. Excellent, yeah. That's, yeah, it can be really, really, yeah. I got a little bit lost. Oh, there he is. Yeah, there you are. In the distance. In the distance. Come to me. Come to me. I know the way. Follow me. Yeah, it's you know, guys, it is really cool that they are adding so much more to this simulation. I mean, it's I'll even tow you up. That will be fun. But yeah, they are doing so much cool things to this simulation. It is, yeah. This year apparently, yeah. Really? It's all there. It is, and this is, by the way, Speedbird, this is out of the box. This is just out of the box. I did not add anything. This is just the way the game is, the way the simulation is. This is what it is. So yeah, this is out of the box. Yeah, I know, Airwolf. Those that know Airwolf. God, I'm old. Oh god, I'm old. Thank you very much now, Quark. I'm old. And some things will never change, Flo. Some things will never change. But so yeah. Airwolf is amazing. Yeah, Airwolf is definitely a classic. It is. And I think actually they were trying to skin Airwolf before they heard that. Especially the badly synchronized cello playing, yeah. Commercial Haleys. You mean like commercial helicopters, I think. Is that... do you mean that, or... Oh, by the way, Canterbury is coming up. Not sure if they're showing the cathedral, yeah. Yeah, it was like a French thing, Jaybird? Oh, good lord. Oh, good lord. Yeah. It had like some kind of French, Canadian kind of name. Yeah, the main character. Stringfellow. Oh no, that was it. Yeah, Stringfellow Hawk. Yeah, that was it. Stringfellow Hawk. Stringfellow. That's such a cool name. That's actually a really cool name. If we follow this road, by the way, well played, by the way, Flo. Well played. Or did you Google that? Did you Google that? And we are, in the distance should be Canterbury. I'm a walking IMDb, yes you are. Yeah, you are. I know you are. I know you are, my friend. I know you are. Can you do a stall? Yes, I can do a stall. Will I do a stall? No. No. I will not do a stall. Although, if you hang around long enough, you will see one. Trust me. You will see one. Yeah, I do have rudder pedals, actually, Jonesy. I have the thrust metal, the cheap ones, actually, just to see if I thought it was actually pretty good. But, yeah, it's... Oh, he was Buck Rogers, was he? Really? Huh, interesting. Now, I have the Logitech Logitech yoke. With the Logitech throttle quadrant, and I have the Thrustmaster rudder pedal, which work all really good in conjunction. So yeah, it's I am really fortunate that I got my hands on that. There's Canterbury, exactly. There's Canterbury, but did they do the... let's see if we can slow down a little bit. Blue Thunder was really cool, yeah, I like Blue Thunder, yeah. I really did like Blue Thunder. Some of those old 80 movies are really, really good. Iron Eagle, yeah, that's a good one as well, yeah. It is really, it's apparently it comes really close to reality, this one, Speedbird, yeah. I think... The funny thing is, it looks like there is... Well, it kind of looks like it. Yeah, below me, eh? Yeah, exactly. It kind of looks like it, but it isn't. Yeah, it's not really that good rendered, yeah. It's just, basically, it's the ground texture. It's basically just the ground texture, unfortunately. Yeah. Well, there we go. That was the location of Canterbury Cathedral. And now, guys, we are headed up towards the coast. We are headed towards the Cliffs of Dover. The White Cliffs of Dover, yeah. No, that's way too... There we go. That's a lot better. Alright, let's see. Now the Cliffs of Dover... Actually... Yeah. What's that in the distance right there? That's kind of weird looking. Interesting. Yeah, climates. I know. But the thing is, you know, I'm doing 3 or 4 things at a time. So it's, yeah, it's sometimes kind of hectic to see what's going on. There we go. That's a little bit better right there. There we go. Johnny 5 is alive. Of course I know Johnny 5. Short Circuit. Who's Johnny? She said, and smiled in her special way. Kennedy Steve. No, I have not heard of Kennedy Steve. Who's that? I'm smelling divorce. No, really. Oh, I think. Was it Flying Fabio actually was talking to him when he was doing a flight? I am on the West European server there, BossBud Gaming. I am on the West European server. We are now headed towards Dover. And towards the cliffs of Dover, and then we are flying over the channel towards Ostend, where we will be landing. By the way, welcome to the channel, BossBud. Welcome to the landing, to the channel. Blech, sorry about that. Need more coffee, really do. Right a bit for Dover, yeah, exactly. You are quite right. Right, right. So basically, that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed for. Although somehow my I have no idea why my waypoint is now off. So where is it trying to push me? It is trying to push me over there. Huh? Weird. That's weird. But that's Dover right over there, and then we should be flying along the White Cliffs. We should be flying. If you get lost, I'm local. Yeah, exactly. If you do not know the terrain, Speedbird, who does? Yeah. How long till we reach the cliffs of Dover? Well, actually, you can see them right there in the distance, John Twitch. Yeah. Yuri's still with us right there. We have Jaybird right behind us, Jamel flying with us right there. So guys, if you want to fly along with me, no problem, you can. I'm still up in the air for about, I think half an hour. And yeah. We are now heading towards Dover. Actually, that's Dover right there. And the White Cliffs of Dover should be all along that coastline right there. So yeah, curving around to your right. There? You mean there? Dungness, yeah. You mean right there? Yeah. Ah, cool. Well, what I am going to do, avoid it. I will. What I am going to do is once we reach the shoreline, I will be making a left turn towards Dover. We will be flying along the coastline towards, let me see, we are headed towards Kingsgate Castle. Once we hit Kingsgate Castle, we are then crossing over towards, no, not Calais, Ostend, Belgium. Yeah. Ostend, Belgium, because we are first doing Belgium and Luxembourg tomorrow. And also, we are doing, probably we'll be landing in France, and then next week we will be flying in France. So yeah, Calais is coming up, but we are, yeah. As of now, we are flying, first off, along the coastline from Dover to the north towards Kingsgate Castle. And I did install a patch that should make the coastline look a lot better, actually. Now we are going a little bit too high, so yeah. There's an airport to your right next to the power station. Somewhere over there, I'm guessing. I just think I just saw something over there, but yeah. All right, guys, here we are. Way down the coast. Yeah, okay. So it's way down over there somewhere. Now, this is the actual coastline of Great Britain. Yeah, I am playing. My own resolution is 1440 actually at the moment, and the resolution you guys are watching at is 1080. So it's basically scaled down, but I am playing myself at 1440p. Yeah. Hey Sniper, good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome, and Happy New Year if I haven't said so. Happy New Year if I haven't said so. Now these are the Cliffs of Dover, guys. Yeah, they are. Excellent. Yeah, I mean this game, this simulation, it is amazing. It is so cool. I mean, I'm going a little bit too quick. Nearly overspeeding, yeah. And as the same to you, Sniper Life, the same to you, and the same to all of you guys, by the way, of course. Look at that, guys. And stream 720, yeah. But still, you know, it also... the only thing I did install for this patch, Yuri, is... original... Yeah, no, I did not install anything specific other than the coastline correction thing or something like that. It was a tiny correction. A tiny correction. That's what I did, but it should basically look the same, yeah. Excellent, my friend. Excellent, Jamel. Good to hear. I am so glad you guys are along with me on this flight, and I'm having so much fun. I am having really, really good time, guys. Yeah. Whitestable. Excellent. Well, we are flying now along the coastline towards the Kingsgate Castle. That's where we're headed for. Let me have a look. I need that one right there. Yes. Still at 42% fuel, so that's good. Look at that, guys. Well, other than this really weird blob right there, it actually does look kind of nice. A few blobs right there, but yeah. It looks... I mean, does this look accurate? I have no idea. It kind of looks accurate from what I know from pictures and stuff like that. But yeah. It looks kind of cool. Yeah, loading bug. Ah, there you go. Yeah, the Ostend texture is kind of weird, yeah. But it looks good, yeah. It is, I mean, as I said, guys, this simulation, it amazes me each and every time. I mean, okay, there are a few issues, like this doesn't look kinda correctly, but still, you know, it's, yeah. Now, what are you guys seeing the same thing as I'm seeing? Like that? In my what I downloaded was on FlightSim.2 a correction of the White Cliffs of Dover. So yeah, what I did was it looks like a waterfall. Yeah, exactly. But what I did is I downloaded and installed a White Cliffs of Dover add-on kind of thingy, and that corrected. It should have corrected the coastline somewhat here. So yeah, but that, guys, kind of looks accurate to me. And that's the only thing that's a bit of a shame. By the way, waterfalls. By the way, Flo. Unfortunately, flowing water is not possible in this simulation. So waterfalls kind of look like they never really look like they should, you know. But yeah, so if you're looking for waterfalls and stuff like that, it usually doesn't look that good. But other than that, most of it looks really cool. Yeah. Well, as I said, Speedbird, this is a photo. It is taken from Bing Maps, you know. So yeah, even though some of these images are very outdated, but yeah, flowing water. Yeah, exactly. It still looks better than other Sims. Exactly, Quark. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. I am already looking forward to things like seasons coming up. I mean, they basically made a start with it with the snowfall and stuff that is now coming. So yeah, it is going the right way. But yeah, it is just a shader. Yeah, exactly. So they are really working on making and improving the world each and every time and each and every update. So yeah, it can only look better and better and better and better. You know. So yeah, it is incredible. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But if it would have snowed, it would have shown up. It just shows up in the game. There's no setting I have to set. There's nothing I have to do. If it snows in real life, it snows in the game as well. So that's really cool, because it's taking its data from Meteo Blue, so directly. So if it says there's snowfall right there, it shows up, and it even accumulates, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. So it's really cool. And that's exactly what makes this simulation so cool and so much fun. Airliners can float. They can? Hey, Buzzbud is right behind us as well. Buzzbud is with us as well. Yes, he is. There's Buzzbud. We have Jamel still. We have Jaybird still. Of course, Yuri is buzzing around somewhere, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there he is. And who else do we have? I think that's it. Yeah. Buzzbud right there. Yes, he is. I'd be more surprised if the sun showed up. Well, we actually had a long and sunny flight, basically. So yeah, it was really good weather. Surprisingly enough. For England, it was actually, the last 2 days were really good. Yeah. It is actually sunny. Yeah, who knew? I mean, I had no idea actually the sun could shine in England. But there it is. There it is. Alright guys, we are now looking for Kingsgate Castle. Should be around here somewhere. Kingsgate Castle. Let me have a look. Where is that at? It's actually at the tip right there. Alright. So that's Ramsgate right there. It's 30 clear. Yeah, exactly. Alright guys, Kingsgate Castle should be right there, and it should be installed in my game. So we should be able to see it. We should be able to see it. Where are you? On what plane do you want me to zoom in? Oh, wow. Really low, guys. Really low. Dang. Hey, Jeff. Good to see you, man. You're back. You're back. Jaybird's still there. Yuri's still there. Buzzbud and Jamel flying low. 828 nautical miles. Ah, I need to adjust that because that's definitely something we cannot reach. Yeah. That's something we cannot reach. Definitely. All right. If you can send me a message to me, Jeff, I will make sure that we will adjust that. So yeah. But thank you for and then on to Belgium, yeah, and Dahlia, exactly, yeah. Ah, there it is. It just showed up. Kingsgate Castle. There we go. Send me a message on Discord, Jeff, and I will make sure that we look into that so we can correct it. Chocolate, indeed. Indeed. Belgian waffles. Belgian beer. Dang. Show me the beer. There's Kingsgate Castle. Once we hit Kingsgate Castle, guys, we will be heading straight for Ostend in a straight line. Creek. Yeah, well, it's not bad. That's not bad anyway. Yeah. No problem. Belgium is actually... I've been in Belgium quite a few times, so yeah. And we will be taking off tomorrow once again from Ostend. So if you guys want to join me tomorrow, you can. From 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time. We will be taking off from Ostend and we will be seeing a few sites in Belgium. Of course, Brussels, Antwerp, with a bit of luck, Bruges. So yeah. Oh, that zoomed in quite a lot, actually. There it is. Kingsgate Castle, right down there. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, cool! It's actually situated on the coastline, right there. There we go. Excellent. Cool. Yeah, I like it. I think I've been there. Well, now we are headed over towards Ostend, guys. That was our flight in England. We are now saying goodbye to Great Britain. We've done Great Britain. We've ticked it off the list. And we are now flying over the ocean towards Belgium. Oh, come on. There we go. Hello, Belgian waffles, exactly. Hello, Belgian beer. Hello, Belgian friends. And this will be a long flight over the water. Well, not that long, actually. And the reason why I am not exactly headed for Calais. Calais is shorter. Calais is right over there in the distance, actually. But I want to do France first. So yeah. The water and cloud simulator. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But I want to do... No. No. Are you guys still here? Yeah, you are. Huh. Successfully connected. I'll take it. I'll take it. Breathe in, breathe out, let go. Yeah. Oh, it's, yes. And focus your karma. Mm? There you go. I think I need a sip. Hmm. And a glitcher too. Okay. Then it's probably a server thing. Yeah. Then it's probably a server thing. Alright, guys. There is merry old England. We are saying goodbye to England. Goodbye, England. Thank you for all the great times. Thank you for all the great sights. It was brilliant. Especially in the end. That was the cherry on the cake, guys. That was the definite cherry on the cake. So, yeah. That was pretty dang awesome. We are out of the EU. Yes, we are. We are now leaving the EU, and we are, well, actually, we're not just leaving the EU. We're still over British waters. But yeah, we are now, we are out of England and heading in towards the EU. That's what we're doing. We are headed towards the EU. How long do we still have to fly? ETE. There are a few commands that you can do, which should have worked but are not working at the moment. Yay. So it says 24 minutes. Yeah. Hey, thank you, New York Aviator. Thank you very much for the follow, man. And good to see you here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, my friend. Welcome to the channel. Unfortunately, you basically hopped on in the last half hour. We are now basically over the channel. We are now flying from Great Britain, right there. We just left Great Britain right there. The cliffs of Dover are there in the distance. We flew over London today, and we are now headed towards Ostend. I could have done Calais, but yeah, the thing is, I want to do Belgium before I do France. So Ostend was the closest thing that I could find, and that's where we are now heading. So yeah, and it was a incredibly cool flight, guys. I'm having so much fun. Jamel's still with us right there in the distance. Happy New Year. And yeah, it is, we are, Jaybird is still with us. We have Boss Bud in the air. And where's Yuri? I'm pretty sure Yuri is buzzing around somewhere as well. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's, yes, I will be doing the Maldives. Yeah, yeah, yep, I will. And it's going to be an interesting flight. It is, yeah. So it's it is going to be very long, yeah, and I can only do it with a tailwind. The Maldives are I think about 500 nautical miles or something like that, and the same thing goes for the Seychelles. I am flying from Madagascar to the Seychelles and back. That's like 590 nautical miles or something like that. So yeah, it's it is interesting, yeah. Basically, it's kind of the same, Quart. Yeah. Basically, it's kind of the same. I am flying from the tip of Madagascar to the Seychelles and then back again. Unfortunately, there is only one. There's one airfield available right now on the Seychelles, but if you can import custom-made airports, so you can land on. There are like 3 airports on the Seychelles right now. So yeah. But I'm not sure if I'm able to do that. I'm hoping I can, but yeah. So that's one I am trying to reach. But the same thing is, for instance, no, I have not, Flo. I have not. The same thing goes for instance, flying towards from Australia to New Zealand. The only way you can reach that is a tiny little island, basically in the middle of that flight. So that's the reason why I could fly in the 172 to New Zealand. It is otherwise nearly impossible to reach it. And I really want to fly over New Zealand. Trust me, I do. I really do. Yeah, sure. If you want to post you can post a link. Also, you can post it in Discord if you want. We have a Discord channel available, so you can post a lot of things that you like right there, and yeah, of course, no problem. No problemo. Yes. There you go. It just did it itself, and that's on the automatic one. Yeah. So yeah. It's nice to go. Yeah, trust me, New Zealand. It will be my. That New Zealand is mine, guys. It is. New Zealand is mine. It is going to be my complete fanboy Lord of the Rings flight all the way across New Zealand, and I mean, we're going to visit every set that they used, every single piece of land that they used for that movie. We are going to look it up. Oh yeah, definitely. I am so looking forward for that. However, that will be at least a year and a half off. So yeah, first we have to do a large part of Europe. We have to do a large, entire part of Africa, the Middle East, Southeast Asia, Australia, and then we will be flying towards towards New Zealand. So yeah, it will be quite a while before we reach Kiwi country, unfortunately. What is the temperature doing right now, by the way? 0 degrees Celsius. That's good. That's good. Good, good, good. Good, good. Yep. All right, we can turn the nearest off. Now we are nearly halfway, so yeah. Drop him off in Mount Doom, yeah. Just hop on. I'm like an eagle, but different. Yeah. That would have been the shortest movie ever, you know? The Eagles are coming! Yeah, they're carrying us to Mount Doom and back. And it's done. Yeah. Blue Fellow, this is just basically open server. I'm not doing this on VATSIM, basically because the large parts of the world I'm flying, it will be Unicom anyway, and also I don't really want to mess about with people who are very dedicated to actually realistic flying. What I'm doing is basically flying everywhere, seeing everything. It's hardly, I would hardly call my flights realistic. The settings are realistic, but the way I am flying, for instance, I just flew the length of London. That was something you should not do in VATSIM or in real life, actually, because I'm pretty sure the ATC will kick me out of the server if I do that. And rightfully so, by the way. I do not want to interfere with anyone. Yeah. 626 should be on the edge of it. Yeah, it's pushing it. Yeah, it is pushing it. Jeff? Yeah. Political reasons. Okay. Oh, really? Ah. I didn't saw it the first time, but I did see it. Okay. Oh, that is an option. Yeah. I never considered that approach, actually. The way I'm flying it to the Maldives is I am flying it from basically the tip of Africa. Or I think it's Sri Lanka even. Yeah. That's Africa. India, I mean, sorry. So basically it's the tip of India or Sri Lanka, either two, so yeah. I will let you know, my friend. I will let you know. I'll look it up after the flight, and I will be sure to let you know. Yeah. I think it may be reachable. Yeah, I think it may be just. It will be a interesting flight, and I will need tailwind. But yeah, if I got tailwind, I probably could reach it. Yeah, it's all over water. Ooh, not sure. Not sure. Post the if you can post the flight plan for that part. I will have a look at it, Jeff. Yeah, and do that in just give me a PM in Discord, and I will make sure that that we'll look that up. Yeah. So yeah, it is very interesting. Oh wow! Oh good lord, really? Holy the moly, Quirk! Dang, those citations look really good. Wow, that looks really real. Wow, that looks really good. Alright guys, where are we at the moment? We are now at the moment flying over we are basically in the middle of the channel right now. So England is, well, you can barely make it out right there. Does look pretty. Does look pretty. We have Yuri still with us. And who else do we have? Jamel is right there. Jaybird is still up in the air. It does look great. Look at that, guys. Look at the way those clouds are forming. Incredible. Yeah, sunset, and sunset does look so good in this game. Oh my. Oh my. If you want to have a really amazing experience, by the way, yeah. No problem there, Speedbird. Do not worry about that. I mean, there's no obligation to fly along with me. If you want to, you can. It's just as simple as that. Everyone is free in what they want to do. So if you just want to hang around and lurk, that's fine. If you want to follow, that's fine. If you want to sub, that's fine. And anything else, everything goes, man. It is just one big happy-go-lucky family. So yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't ever apologize for that, ever. But yeah, if you really, really want to have an awesome experience in this simulation, fly in Norway and start in the north of Norway in this period. If you start in the early morning in the north of Norway and you fly along down the coast, you basically have a sunset for the entire flight. The sunset will just keep on going. It is bizarre. We had like a 3 or 4 hour flight and it was continuous sunset. So it was bizarre. You constantly have light like this. It is amazing. And the scenery is mind-blowing, by the way. If you fly over the fjords, it is incredibly beautiful. It is incredibly beautiful. Look at that, guys. It is so pretty. Let's see if we can... Can we just... Nope, we just can't. Nope. But it looks amazing. It looks amazing. Look at that. I think, to be honest, we are headed towards a... I think that is actually a rain... that's raining right there. It's raining right there. Oh, this should be interesting because... it's -1 degrees! Yay! So that should be interesting. That should be interesting. No popsicles, please. No, exactly. No, exactly. Oh, by the way, Yuri, if Quart does do liveries, of course, you might ask him. Maybe he can help you out. Quart, meet Yuri. Yuri, meet Quart. So it's yeah. Thank you for the follow there, David. Thank you very much. I truly appreciate that, my friend. So yeah, it's suggestion, if he wants, yeah. Look at that, guys. Come on. That sunset makes it look so cool. Well, I am heading a bit low. Well, if you guys can help each other out, that's what this community is also all about. Helping each other out, giving each other hints, tips. So yeah, it's, yeah. The film Dunkirk with the Spitfires that are flying over the beach. Yeah, oh man. Oof. Intense movie, by the way. But we are now, I think, a few minutes out of Ostend. Having an upside down design. That will be funny. Actually, the design upside down on the plane, so each time you fly around, it's normal. That's cool. Alright, guys. We should be approaching. That's a good idea there. That's a good idea there, Mod. Oh, it's 4 degrees, so that's actually pretty good. 18 nautical miles. So we should be approaching Ostend right there. Let's see if we can get a nearby... Yeah, I can reach him. Yeah, let's head for the tower. Alright, guys. I am requesting a full stop landing. Now let's see what their runway they give us. Runway 26. Alright. So... now we can do a few funny tricks, and one of them is use Navigraph right there. So there we go. That's Navigraph. Now if I go Thank you very much for the follow right there, Lunar. All right, so no, we do taxi, and runway 26 is right there. So that's the runway right there. By the way, hello and happy New Year, Lunar. Yes, okay. I acknowledge it.
Enter left downwind runway 26 Cessna Sierra
All right.
November Golf.
So, runway 26. That's runway 26. Now, if we go to the ILS for runway 26, we have this right here, the chart, and what we need is the frequency right there. We need the frequency right there, so that's 109.5. So that's 109.5. There we go. 109.5. That's set. All right. Then we go to procedures. Enter. And we do enter. Runway 26. Enter. Right. Then. Oh no, that's not a lot. So yeah. And we scroll down towards activate. Enter. Yeah, and then it's sending me all over the place once again. So it's sending me back towards my last waypoint. However, the thing is that I can't change my waypoint because apparently that does not work. So that's really annoying. That is really annoying, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I do a lot of preparation, and when I started out, it was just hey ho, here we go. Yeah, no longer. But it is. Oh, it is cloudy. Oh, look at that, guys! It's fogged up. Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to be interesting. And I'm switching that over to the map. So that's basically all set. Now, as I was saying, yeah. There we go. I am on the West European server, Sniper Live. I am West European, yeah. But I'm nearing Ostend. So, I am switching back to the inside of my aircraft because basically we can't see a single thing. It does look amazing though, guys. Look at that. Look at that. How cool looks that? Yeah. No popsicle time. It's actually just 4 degrees Celsius, so it's pretty good, yeah. It is actually just 4 degrees Celsius. Now, what we also need to do is we need to figure out the height. So we need to be at 2,000 feet. That's good. I'll take that. There we go. 2,000 feet is good. I wish I knew how to switch my to my next waypoint. Somehow I tried it and it never got to work for me. If anyone knows in chat, please let me know because I have no idea if you can. So yeah. Let's make this a team effort again, shall we? It is raining actually, guys. It is. We are in the rain right now. Yep. Let's see. Map. GPS. Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of bad. Yep. Yeah. I am using. First off, I am using OBS, and yeah. Let's see. Flight plan. FPL. FPL. Yeah. And all right. So it should be that, I'm thinking. in a minute, then press. Let me have a look, guys. Yeah, but the thing is, the next waypoint, that's all the way back to the English coast. So, yeah. Menu. Alright, menu. Right. I've got delete flight plan. I do not want to delete my flight plan. Scroll small knob. Yeah. Activate lag. Yeah. Enter. Ah! But does it also do the... Yeah, okay. Well, it's not that bad, actually. I don't think it's that bad. I can get this to work. I can get this to work. So, if I do that... Alright. Let's see, let's see. If I now... Yeah, I should be good right now. Yeah, 60 knot crosswind. It is pretty bad, yeah. Alright. Now, I am at 2,000 feet, so that's good. That's good. I can't see a single thing out here. It is complete pea soup, and the airport should be somewhere down there. You can hardly make it out. It should be somewhere around there, but yeah. This is going to be quite interesting, guys. It is, yeah, down there somewhere. But the ILS should lead me in, so yeah. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Speedbird. I am not well versed in everything yet, so I am still learning. Let's see. There we go. Alright, I need to gain a little bit of height. I need to also start to slow down quite a lot, actually. Alright. This is going to be interesting, guys. I haven't done a landing like this in a long, long time. The last time I did this, if you guys remember that was in Sweden, and I was completely frozen over. So, yeah, and I had no idea how ILS worked. So, that was a thing. Alright.
Cessna Sierra November Golf cleared to land runway 26.
Alright. Cleared to land.
321 at 17.
Well, this is going to be quite interesting as well, yeah.
Cleared to land runway 26.
VFR pilots use that so they can, yeah. Now, at the moment, I'm just flying, actually, I'm just flying straight into the, trying to fly straight into the pattern and picking up the ILS and then heading on down. So it's, yeah. What happens if you crash? If I crash, Jonesy, I actually have to restart in Innsbruck. I then have to fly back down towards Exeter and do the entire flight again. I'm not kidding. That's what I'm doing. If I crash due to my own stupidity, that's what I have to do. So yeah, I really, really don't want to crash. Yeah. Concentrate. Definitely concentrate. Yeah. Definitely concentrate. I mean, it's somewhere down there. Thank God I knew. I learned. I learned how to do ILS landings. But yeah. Although I am a little bit high right now. Actually, I need to be at about 2,000 feet, and then turn into the signal. As soon as I reach the circle right there, you can see it basically overlaid on the map. Yeah. Well, it is really easy in a 172 Speedbird. It is actually pretty easy once you get the hang of it. Instrumental landing systems, ILS, and it's basically Jonesy. It is, you see this green thing right there. That's it's a signal that's sent out from the runway. It's both vertical and horizontally. And once you get it picked up, you can see the G. You see that's the glide slope. You see a tiny little diamond right there that should line up with this over here, and the line right there should be also aligned with each other. And then you basically fly straight into the air, into the landing on the landing strip. So yeah. But it is pretty easy to do it. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Speedbird. Yeah. So I am concentrating quite a lot because A, it's raining, and there is apparently an airport right there. Buzzbot has already landed. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, dang. No, I am a little bit too low. And I am being blown around, by the way, so yeah. 300 FPM, yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. It is quite hard to do so, yeah. I'm still getting the hang of that, Speedbird. I still am trying to do that. And especially in weather like this, trust me, it will not be happening today. That will not be happening today. Yep. In weather like this, it is, yeah, trim a lot. This is quite a challenge, guys. So, yeah, bear with me. Bear with me. I still have a smile on my face, but trust me, I'm a little bit nervous here. I am a little bit nervous. Alright, now we are going to make our turn. Exactly, yeah. But it's really hard for me to do this and he's still flying outside. What's wrong with you, Yuri? What's wrong with you? I like it, but I'm a bit nervous. Me too, Jones. Me too. I may not look like it, but trust me, I am a little bit nervous. No problem, Court. Thank you very much for joining me, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. Supposed to keep the blue side up. I don't know what you mean by that exactly. Sorry. So why is it telling me that? Oh, I get it. I get it. It wants to, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Thank you very much, Court. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a wonderful day. All right. Good Lord, it's raining cats and dogs out here. Now, why am I doing this manually again? It's so much easier if you just put on autopilot and approach. That's it. Basically. But no, this idiot had to do it. Had to do it manually. We had to do it manually. There we go. Good lord, it is bad out there. Look at that, guys. Good lord. Yeah, exactly. So keep the blue side up. Yeah, exactly. Well, first off, let's see if we can let's see if we can try to... yeah, it looks like... It does, doesn't it? It kind of looks like snow. It does kind of somewhat look like snow. It's snow. It is actually snow. I am landing in snow. Huh. Interesting. So, there's that. This is my first time landing in snow. Yeah, exactly, Sim Phoenix. Now, did I turn on that pilot heat thing? Be careful of ice, yeah. I'm not sure if that actually implemented yet. If it's slippery on the runway, or... there we go. All right. Now, the runway should be somewhere over there. The runway should be somewhere over there. Well, I don't see it. Yeah, and on the screen, exactly. And he's still doing flips and things. Yuri, what are you doing? You're distracting me. And I'm really... Oh, that's 60 knots. It's pushing me. Just landed in front of you. Ah, yeah, I can see it right there. Sniper Life. He's also there. Yes, he is. Crab, yeah, exactly. I am. All right, guys. Oh, going down a little bit too quickly. Come on. Trying to slow down as well. Yeah, exactly. About 10, yeah. Alright, now we should be slowly but steadily... I think I see some lines right down there, right now. This is bizarre weather, guys. This is intense. This is truly intense. Yeah, I'm in too low, am I? Yeah. I'm a little bit too low. No, I'm not going to hydrate right now. No, I'm hydrating when we're done on the ground. Good lord. This is interesting, guys. This is truly interesting. Yep. Now, we can barely... Lunarfest Wi-Fi, thank you very much for the follow there. Thank you very much. You basically came in at a very tense moment. So yeah, it's kind of nail biting right now for me. It's kind of nail biting to change the rate of descent. Yeah, exactly. That is actually a good point. Yes, yes, beep, beep, beep. I know. Good lord, guys, this is intense. This is truly intense. Although it does seem to be, yeah, flaps 20 for landing. I'm a little bit below, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Thank you very much, Jeff. I am at the moment trying to land in Ostend. You can see, barely make out a little spot there. Where everyone is on the ground already. That's where we are headed for. But yeah. It's... yeah. It is going sideways quite a lot, actually. Yeah. 1,505 airports. Good lord. Oh, I am way too low. I just noticed I am way too low. This is going to be interesting, guys. Yeah. Still raining. There it is. It is in my sights. Hi. Hey, Captain. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. I am sorry if I am somewhat focused. No problem, man. No problem. No, no, no. Backseat is allowed. Actually, it's kind of encouraged. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah. I already noticed. I already noticed. I already noticed. Oh, come on. No, no, it does not give me feedback, no. Come on. Come on. Well, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. This was interesting.
121.98 Cessna
That
Sierra
was
November.
kind of interesting. Close enough. Whew. Anyway, we made it. I'm on the ground and I do not have to go to Innsbruck. That's good. It could be better, but yeah, it does not deserve any prize. But I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, request to parking. Let's go.
Cessna Papa Hotel, Sierra November Golf. Request taxi to.
Yeah, I cleared too early. Yeah, exactly.
Cessna Papa Hotel, Sierra November Golf taxi to general aviation parking by
Oh man, it is still going, fighting me off. It is. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, well, the weather was great actually. It was brilliant, but unfortunately, it turned bad just over Belgium. So yeah,
Taxiing to general aviation.
it just turned bad over Belgium. So yeah, Captain, it was yeah, it was like fingers crossed and hope for the best actually. But yeah, oh actually, I did not even turn on my my landing lights. Yeah. Oh, I still have them on actually. Turn on detection lights. There we go. We did indeed have an incredible view of London, yeah. Whew. Did some snow there, yeah. I thought it was snowing at a certain point, yeah. But this was an interesting, it was a brilliant flight with an interesting landing. Really was. Really was. And a lot of fun, guys. I had so much fun today, yeah. You did actually, yeah. I always welcome help as much as I can, Speedbird. Don't worry about that. I am truly into backseat gaming and stuff like that. So don't worry, yeah. Was it? Yeah, right there. Huh? Funny that. Good catch there, Mr. Nick. Good catch. Good lord, that's where we're headed. Oh, of course, we're headed all the way down in Ostend. That's nice. Sorry. Sorry. So yeah, that's what flaps up. Yeah, you're right. That's where we're headed, guys. All the way down to downtown Ostend. Of course we are, yeah. Yeah, the wind will go like flip. And we're off again. Hi-ho silver, away. But look at that sunset right there. It does look incredibly cool, guys. Dang. Even if it was just a picture simulator, this would look awesome. All right, nearly there. Nearly there. This is the first time in a long time that I'm actually shoved all around the airport again. This usually happened at the start. And I'm pretty sure actually the game was punishing me. So, yeah, you're not doing it through the regulations, so we're sending you off all the way to the back. Yeah, exactly. No problem there, Captain Arash. No problem. You're always welcome. You know that, my friend. You know that. All right, guys. Nearly there. Nearly there. There we are. Just making the turn. Just making the turn and then turning everything off. Sorry, Yuri. I am always streaming from Central European Standard Time, 1 p.m. to about 4 or 5 p.m. And I didn't even kill the guys. Ha! Bonus! So, that's it, guys. Yeah. My stream schedule is Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Friday. Thank you very, very much for the follow-up, boss. And thank you for flying along with me. My stream schedule is Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. 1 p.m. Central European Standard Time, so that's Paris time. to about 4 or 5 p.m. Kind of depends on how long the flight is. And yeah, it's that's the days that I'm streaming. So great success! We finally landed, guys. Yeah, I am really happy. Thank you very much for joining me all on this incredible fun and very enjoyable flight. I had a lot of fun, guys. Thank you very much. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow we will be flying along Belgium, Luxembourg, and probably landing into France. So yeah, I'm glad you're here, boss buddy. I'm glad you're here, man. Boss bud, it is good to see you, man. So yeah, it is. If you can join me, join me. If you just want to lurk, it's fine, man. But it's no problem whatsoever. So yeah, if I'm glad you're all guys are all here. So see you guys tomorrow. Have an incredible evening. Have an incredible day, or have an incredible night's sleep. And hope yeah, thank you very much for joining me along, for flying along with Jaybird. Shout out to Jaybird. Shout out to Yuri, to Jamel, of course, who joined us, and Mr. Nick as well. Thank you guys for joining me. Jeff, who was also here along on the ride. So you guys are awesome, guys. So see you guys tomorrow, and don't forget to smile. That's the most important thing. Don't forget to smile. Bye bye.